I'm nice.
Oh.
And welcome back to Ardent Roleplay and the Veil of Dusk. I am Jacob, of course, your host and GM, giving you all those sweet story beats to, keep you off the streets, maybe? I don't know.
Oh.
And with us is, of course, the lovely Steph, Mac, Nick, and, of course, Trent, playing their lovely characters. Hubert, Lillian, dear and beloved, what was your character's name again, Mac? Mog.
How'd you miss that?
It's too close to your actual name,
Mog.
so I misinterpreted it. I'm like, oh, what? And of course, Damon Theomune. You have to say his entire name because otherwise it doesn't make any sense.
Absolutely.
When last we left our intrepid adventurers, they were in the house of one Alma Tutvig in the town of Tursten. They had just encountered the ghost of Alma, they believe, or a ghost in some particular regard, and had aged approximately 120 years across the entire party. The lovely Hubert is now about 60. I believe Mog is about 60 as well, or it's about 40, 45?
45.
Yeah, about 45. And of course, dear Damon Theomune is also...
Damon's getting close to 70.
About 70, as well as the NPC companion, the lovely Massive Man, who's like just not having a chill time. He's currently about 78-ish or something to that degree. He's an old man at this point, which he was already reasonably old before. But they're currently in the upstairs of this house, and we'll jump right in.
Do I see any Metamucil? Is there any fiber nearby?
You could do me a perception test to find that sweet fiber. You now have an advantage on that being an old person. You're like, I can find a Metamucil in this house. with my age and powers. This is what you want to be an old person for, just so you can find the Metamucil when you need it.
Oh my goodness,
mate! You not only do you find the Metamucil, you find actually the you suss out the medicine cabinet. It's actually like a nice looking medicine cabinet, and it has a first aid kit basically in there of kind of like unguents and herbs and stuff like that. So receive a first aid kit with all of Metamucil and fiber tablets. Yeah.
My skin. Now.
Does anyone else want to get down on this? You're in a different room to me, right?
No, you're in the same room, I think. No, you hold on. You kind of like move into probably this room over here. I'll give you a little bit of a feel up here.
Ooh, and he's exploring. Ooh,
and he's exploring. So in this particular room, it looks like a very blank room, but don't you worry, there's stuff in here.
Oh my goodness.
There are actually a few beds in here. It looks like kind of a children's room more than anything else, but it seems to have a cabinet for stuff. It seems to be like for storage and that kind of thing. So you find a storage room, you open it up, find them like health kits and stuff like that, blankets and all that kind of stuff. Linens. Big exciting.
Child beds implies child ghosts. So writing that down.
Yeah. It's also a very lovely looking storybook as well.
Oh.
Leather bound little storybook. Nice.
Sounds spooky.
Mm-hmm.
Is anyone interested in spooky things?
I mean, the entire house is a bit spooky. I mean, I think you have the low light from Lillian's torch or something like that. I believe one of you has a torch.
Mogul's had a torch.
Yeah. I didn't have a torch, I don't think.
I'm not sure how many of you are like carrying torches in this darkened house, but
Weapon blows. Mog put some positive energy.
Yeah. You're talking about the hammer. Yeah.
Baird, who's not with us at the moment, had that dancing lights.
Yeah.
As well. So in with Lillian is some dancing lights.
So there's some dancing lights that are kind of like coming into this room, like making the room, I would say, much more scary than like kind of nicer, because it's just like, this is just a dark room, this is fine. Whereas the lights are playing like shadows on the walls and stuff like that, and it's like cool. Whoa. You see like a family like picture as well, like a photo, like of like a family outside the front of this house. You'd imagine it's like painted and stuff like that on the wall.
Children's book.
Oh, you've drawn attention to it, so...
I have drawn attention to it. It's the last thing I tell you
Lillian's coming.
Children book. I'm on the way.
Yeah.
I'm on the way to look at the thing.
Yeah, give me that children's book. All right, yeah, you pull it down and like you open it up. Roll me like I guess a history if you want to know more about it, but otherwise it's like a folklore tales and stuff like that around specifically Numeria.
That's not too bad.
8.
Lillian cannot read.
Cannot read. No,
Good thing it has pictures.
You're like, oh yeah, like these are like folk tales. You imagine like the
Comprehension equals 0.
You could possibly do like an Arcanum check, but you probably want to ruminate a little bit on the history for now. So like it seems to mostly be like like you read through them. There's a kind of a notation at the bottom, like of who they were. It's like the sisters Jacobs, the Jacob sisters, as they were called.
Alrighty.
Sisters. We're all.
Yeah, for those playing at home, yes, it's from the Brothers Grimm because one of the brothers was called Jacob. So it's just like, yeah, fun facts about that kind of stuff. And why not? I'll add my own name in there. Haha.
I thought it was just a little call out. You're like, hey, it's my sisters. I'll put you in a game.
No, it's also Steph's last name, so got him. Oh, too powerful. Anywho, yes. So yeah, you could probably do an Arcanum check if you want to, like to get a little bit more of the actual, folklore stuff. But up to you.
Try that. I've like stared at book and not been able to comprehend. So let's try again.
Yep. How about you, dear Piper? How are you going lying in bed?
I was like, who? So Daemon is probably heaving on the bed, and I think Mog can't really see like past his armor, but I will start taking it all off because it's probably really hard on me right now. So I'm just lying on the bed, slowly but surely taking my pauldrons off, my chest piece. I'm just sliding it all off the bed as I do it.
I think Mog could tell by how quickly your scream aged, as you were like,
yeah.
And then you fell over and got thinner. I would have assumed that. And I also aged, like Mog also aged. So
Oh yeah. He knows what's happening. He knows.
Yeah.
So
if you're paralyzed on the bed because you can't get out of your armor, I guess Mog would like to look around the room. Is this drawers that I'm right next to?
Yep, this is like a bedside table.
Can I have a squiz?
Yeah, you can have a squiz. You like look through some of the objects. There's not really much in there. It's like like a few candles and stuff like that, like a like the stopper for like that you put on the candle top and it extinguishes the flame, as well as like some handkerchiefs, linen, like some like kind of smaller pillowcases and stuff like that, as well as like some clothing.
Okay. Well, I want to go around the other side of the bed then. I'm going to give Damon a hand getting up. But while I'm going around, do I poke around because I'm using my maul to like as like a big walking stick kind of thing?
Yeah, looking around. Yeah.
Ash of the ghost that I obliterated. Like, do I find anything?
They're not really. Ghosts don't tend to leave too much for the naked eye to see. More often than not, they'll leave maybe ectoplasm, which you possibly would know being a cleric, but it would require like you to be able to see magical stuff. So there's no real residue from the ghosts passing, as per most of the things.
Right, well,
but yeah, the room is kind of like it's old. It's like dusted. There's quite is a level of wealth to this place that you do note. It's not like crazy beautiful, but like it's fine linens, like nice bed frames, well made wooden slats and floorboards and stuff like that. Yeah.
Can I do an investigation check to see like why this ghost was here kind of thing? Is it just like a house that's got a ghost in it, or are there any signs that point to how this like ghost was like
why is ghost? Why
is ghost? You may do an investigation check in this room for why is ghost. You may be assisted if you'd like by dear Hewitt if you really want
Mark has just realized that his vision's not really working anymore. He realized that he might need glasses.
Yeah, we need some bifocals in here.
No. I did roll a 17 for that Arcana check before in the book.
So what you notice about some of these folklore tales is that they do seem to reference actual creatures.
Oh, okay.
They seem to reference like quite a lot of ghouls, quite a lot of fairies, and that kind of stuff. And it seems to be very much around like creatures of like life and death, if that makes sense. Like the kind of tales of Namina, often kind of focus on a creature dying and then coming back to life, and then it being a different new creature. Like rebirth is a whole kind of thing in Namina specifically, and then kind of changing or deteriorating or decaying, and then kind of like this strange cyclical nature to some of the creatures that exist here. And it kind of talks about the swamps and how death lingered into like a few places in the world through night hags and such. There's a few like references and names actually that do kind of stick out as like possibly actual sorry, my throat's a bit coarse, that stick out to be possibly actual figures that might still exist.
Okay. Is there any reference of tales that relate to aging of people that encounter them?
Yes, there are. There's like there talks about a witch basically cursing someone to look like an old crone and then becoming young herself, taking their life force away. And then seducing like a fine duke or noble or prince or something like that. And then, you know, basically the young maiden has to go and find a well and drink from the well and, you know, overcome some challenges, like, you know, talking to 3 people on the road, giving them acts of kindness, and then finding the well through a veil, drinking from the well, and then regaining her own life force again, or like her own youth. It's difficult to say whether it's truly hers or whether it's just given, like it's the true form of who she is supposed to be. So it talks about wells, like you kind of read through it, and it does take a little bit of time. So it'll take you about probably like half an hour to really read through this book, if you would like to. But you start kind of reading through this particular tale and you're like, this is interesting. And it talks about like wells of life and death.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Witch got a name, or is it unnamed witch?
Presently, it's just unnamed witch. It doesn't seem to reference like this particular tale doesn't reference a name, but there are like kind of other named witches that are out there. Some of them seem to be like references to potentially actual events, but you don't think so. Like it doesn't, like at least from Steph's Lillian's perspective, they don't seem to be like actual references to events. But they're folklore tales to kind of impart knowledge and information that is a little bit more obscured by magic, as per. But you start kind of reading it. You probably like take about 10 minutes to read that kind of stuff, and you can kind of keep reading it as you go. But we'll kind of jump back to Hubert. What would you like to be doing kind of in this top section here? Mathaman kind of is wandering around kind of in the hallway being like,
should have stayed at the church.
Stay at the church.
Well, me and Good Mog were wondering why is Ghost? Can we see any clues, any sort of trauma or any sort of any kind of like things that might have happened to this person to make them such an angry ghost?
You look around and you definitely, like, this is a children's bedroom. There are no children here. You see the picture on the wall. There is a woman, a man. You kind of like...
Which ate the children?
You kind of like you kind of look at the woman, and she does seem to have a relative resemblance to the ghost you just subdued. I will show you the ghost as well, just again on the road card as well, if you want to have a look at the ghost.
I sure do.
Yeah, she seems to look relatively like this person, and like it says underneath, like basically the Kutvig family. And like there's like a crest and stuff like that as well. It's a knotted dragon. Like the dragon with like a kind of knot through it and kind of like over here. Or serpent. It's kind of, it's relatively ambiguous. Like it's definitely like a serpent, but it could be a dragon. It has like wings on the back of it a little bit.
I'm going to say to Mog, my good man, my eyes are failing, but I think the ghost was the lady of the house, Lady Tutvig.
It has her husband as well as another kind of elder-looking, more elder-looking couple.
They're a bit old, are they?
Mm-hmm.
I feel bad for them. Being old sucks.
This looks like it was done some time ago, but
yeah, this is giving me an empathy. This is like one of those movies where it has ironic punishments, and then the person learns from that, and then
that's how I tend to roll. Yeah, I'm always going to torture you with like the people who are the bad guys.
We found her glasses. She wouldn't have attacked us.
She would never have hurt us. Hopefully that's kind of for you guys.
Do we have her glasses?
No. It's just Mog needs glasses.
Yeah. Lisa needs
braces. Dental plan.
You can only assume that she needs glasses.
Oh god.
Get Damon up off the bed, by the way, and
So at this point, I'm definitely I got all my armor off, and I'm just like this shriveled old man with my hair down to my shoulders.
Oh.
So I don't know what my plan is. I'm just gonna look over at Mog and Hubert. Have you worked out anything yet?
Guess we should get out of this room.
Yeah, we found the lady. I think we need to expunge the house of the husband. Perhaps is my guess.
Where's Lillian?
We haven't seen a husband.
He's around.
He's somewhere.
I'm just going to start calling for a husband, which is a competitive husband.
Spendu.
Oh, you can't age anymore. Don't do that.
Yep.
Don't do that. No,
you can go for a search if you like. There are the rooms up in this top floor, but
yeah.
Let's go searching.
Yeah, I'm really gonna start moving.
Yeah.
I'm gonna catch a map.
You leave the spooky children's bedroom with the dolls and such.
Yep.
Yeah,
just gonna follow my walking retirement home.
Yeah, there's definitely at least one. There's definitely one spooky China doll there that's a little too broken. That's a little bit worn out. You're like, no.
Oh god,
is this place full of cobwebs?
Yeah, it's
really
to me it's run down. It's looks like it's just been abandoned for.
Mayhaps I roll investigate.
It is good.
Investigate, yeah.
That means there are no ghouls in the house. Because they would have ghoul marks everywhere.
That's a good point. Maybe I'll just take a step back with Mom.
I appear to
straight past that door.
I appear to still be recovering from everyone is old.
Yeah.
Everyone is old.
So old.
We're gonna need to get granny panties for everyone.
Adult diapers for you.
Incontinence pads.
Yeah. I mean, hey, you got that. Got the Metamucil, so you've probably got granny panties in there.
I have been wearing a corset this whole time out of pure vanity, and it finally busts. It erupts, and my quite large tummy does spill out.
No!
You have a large tummy in old age because you haven't changed. You're just old. You're not gained weight or anything weird like that because you haven't eaten anything. You're just
Yeah, the natural evolution.
If anything, you've probably lost weight, really, because you're it's more thin and gangly.
I tightened my corset.
Yeah,
tighten it up. Good.
Yeah, it keeps you upright rather than anything else.
Oh hell yeah, it's a back brace.
Yeah,
back
good
brace.
for posture.
Good for posture.
Wonderful.
Use that whalebone. Yeah, so you kind of have an investigation around. Lillian sees the backside of her head, but opens a door nonetheless. You can open doors around the place. So in this particular room, again, nothing in here, but in this particular room, it's more of a vanity and washroom. It's got a very finely made bed, what are they called? I think it's called a vanity. So it's got a bowl of water to the side and makeup and nice kind of things scented oils and stuff like that, perfumes and that sort of thing. And it seems to have a larger bath in the center, the back of the room, as well as clothing and stuff like that, from drawers and cupboards and stuff like that. But no people.
No husbands.
No husbandus. No, sadly not. Do me a perception check in this room, though, if you could.
Mog's not going in that room. Mog's missed that room.
Oh, good. Like, nah, I'm going this way. Wait, where you going, Mog? Identify on the map where you're going. You going downstairs, maybe?
I was thinking, what is this room that Mog's in? Is this just like the balcony?
This is just a balcony room. It's got like a lot of like objects and like tapestries and kind of like antiques, you'd say. Like it's a room of nice objects, to kind of like finery and stuff like that.
Can I just have a squiz at them and see if I notice anything?
Yep, do me investigation.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Oh, goddamn. There you go. You look through these things, and it seems that you get the kind of sense of what the Twitwig family is generally about. They are like basically less like minor nobles that kind of control obviously Turston. So they own Turston and the surrounding areas, like the surrounding area. And specifically when it comes to like kind of governments and that kind of stuff, they have like the mayor and they have the actual noble family who runs it. There are tapestries around the heraldry and the lineage of the family that you kind of notice. And you're like, oh, this is who they are. This is where they come from, and they basically are a noble family very concerned with alchemy, you would imagine. Like it seems that they have been healers for a very long period of time, that they were like very well antiquated with like, obviously magic and stuff like that. But that was in their inception. They became powerful. They created kind of the surrounding area, which you note like in some of the like pictures and tapestries, which was actually quite verdant. It gives a snapshot of what Namina used to be, which was beautiful kind of fields of flowers and fruits. And this is a place that used to fill a lot of the food and farming requirements of the surrounding areas and surrounding kingdoms and stuff like that, because it was just a very verdant place.
Now it's all rotty.
Now it's all kind of rotty and swampy and spooky. There's still places that do that, but like they seem to have been slowly turned to basically death or decay.
Might have missed it before, but is it obvious that this place has been rotting for a while, like years, or like just a couple of weeks?
What do you mean specifically? Do you mean like
the town was raided, destroyed by the Paladin Order?
Mm-hmm.
But was this mansion part of like that destruction, or was it like it looked like it was abandoned?
This place hasn't been destroyed. No, like you don't get the sense that like. And from what you know about the Paladin Order, they don't tend to go after nobles. It's a whole thing that nobles don't really like that, and they usually fund, orders like that. So they don't tend to go after paladins. Like the paladins don't tend to go after them too much. But you don't see any true destruction. It just seems like this place was abandoned at some point.
How long does it look like it's abandoned for?
Like years, you think?
Okay.
Maybe a year or two.
Excuse me, I have a theory. I'm back here, and I'll bumble my way.
What?
Yep. What?
What?
What? I'm coming. Knock, I'm coming. It's me. Knock, knock. It's Hubert.
Hubert! I know Hubert.
I don't recognize you, Hubert.
Oh, yes, I remember your voice, Mog. We used to be friends many years ago. I have a theory, a thought has transpired that perhaps there's a secret alchemical lab in this mansion. I suspect if we touch things, pull things, and throw it on the ground, we'll be able to find a secret door.
We don't want to wake the dad, though, if we do break something that he might like.
Indeed.
Good job, Hubert! And I give him like a not-so-hearty slap on the back.
Mm-hmm.
Did we all forget about the mirror portal?
Mirror portal!
Mirror portal?
What?
Portal. What?
What?
What is she?
What?
You have to speak up, young lady. I'm very old.
Who's Myra Hortle?
I did all think when you like, take someone's like their wrist and you put it on their arm, like, "Oh, I'll just lead you downstairs, dear. Just take you down there."
I will.
Okay.
I'm going to do a general. Bed is not pleased. Well, this is great. I love it. Didn't know it could get better than how they were already, but you
I know it's hard for your bed, but you should respect your elders.
I imagine that Lillian and Baird would be giving each other a look at the moment like, dear God, how long will we last before we murder one of them?
Yeah, there's definitely like a look that transcends an entire conversation that you're like.
It's like the Jim Halpert stare.
Yes.
Yeah. So do you guys have a look inside the vanity room as well?
Yes, I am heading into here.
Give me an investigation, mate.
Anything that we get pushed or
My
pulled,
first
thrown
dice
out.
roll.
Let's pull it.
Your first dice roll
My first dice roll of the day.
of the day.
I gotta find out. My investigation
Good
is
luck.
like not
Do
gonna
it,
be
do
good.
it, do it.
Chances are. Hang on. Stop yelling at me.
Wow.
It is.
We don't have much time. We're so
Oh
old.
shit! It's actually really good. What the hell? All right.
Finally, Mac, as well, just with your very good investigation, you do feel like these this house used to be druids. Actually, they used to have a druid circle that was in Tursvig.
Oh, okay.
Oh, good roll.
All right, 17. That's very good. All right, you find inside the like the van. You kind of like look around like everywhere. You don't find a lot really. Like it's vanity. I mean, it's basically a bathroom or like a place to get ready for fine events and stuff like that. However, what you do find kind of underneath the vanity and kind of towards the wardrobe is very dried, very old blood. Like it's actually splashed on the ground. It's actually quite a. You kind of like look at it, you notice it a little bit closer. Actually, quite a lot. Actually, you kind of look at it closer and
Lillian! I gotta call out Lillian. She's just outside.
Yes.
Right there.
What's this?
Yeah. I'm gonna sit down on the bed because of this walk. No, we're not on the bed. We're on the ground.
There's a chair. There's a chair.
There's a chair. I'll sit down on the chair because
there's a chair for the vanity. It's quite beautiful. It's very nice. Very well upholstered.
I'll sit down in the chair. Dust shooting everywhere. Unlike real life, Damon is not allergic to dust. So he's gonna.
That's what you play fantasy games for, right? Have a full 8 hours sleep and not allergic to dust. Wow.
Yeah, and I can pet a cat. Anyway, so I sit in the chair and I point at the blood and say nothing else. I just point.
Can I do a further investigate on this? Or?
You may indeed.
Can I
medicine as well? Medicine or investigate?
I will
Up to you.
try to do a medicine. Yeah,
Can I
a bit different.
Can I help her? Can I by pointing give her advantage?
Assist? Yeah, you can.
There it is.
Give it
Wow.
There it is.
It's blood.
I skipped the hard work for you, Steph.
I love that assist. That's
It's over there
amazing.
too. Yeah, you find out some of the
It's on
clothes as well.
Floor and clothes. Now I sound like
17.
Cupid.
17. Is that with advantage?
I'll try again.
Yeah, to try again. I think you've already done it, but I mean,
I've probably already done it, but you know, yeah, it's just
Could be the huge natty number. You know, a fat 20.
Yeah, but
it's not better. It's not.
It's not bad. It's not bad. You would imagine that this particular amount of blood would probably be the amount of 1 to 2 people.
Ooh.
Just for the sheer amount of it. Like someone would have died
Right.
from this amount of blood loss.
Okay.
Adult
Is there like
people.
blood trails going anywhere?
It
Or
seems to lead out of the room and down the stairs.
Oh, the blood.
Wait, was that trail out the stairs not there before?
It was, but it
It
is very dark and is blending in very well with the hardwood floors, and only really finding this amount trailing then out. You kind of like there's a little bit here. It seems we have they would have wrapped it up in something, but the amount of blood lost, yeah, definitely.
Would I have seen this blood in my investigation kind of thing?
No, you wouldn't have seen this in your investigation. It kind of needs to lead on from this particular blood because your focus was mainly around the items and what the deal was with this family. There seems to as well. There were 2 other people who lived here with the children and the wife. So you imagine that we're here somewhere, but who knows what has really transpired.
I mean, I normally stay in cheap motels, so a blood trail coming out of the bathroom is no surprise to me.
You do also see as well, Mog. You do notice that there's actually an antique sword as well. It's made of wood.
Oh. And it's made out of wood and it's antique?
Mm-hmm. It's an antique wooden sword. It's made of a white wood. White wood.
Like for children?
No.
The children were made out of wood?
No, it's just a very, like, it seems like a very well-made wooden sword, but...
So it's a toy?
No. No. It's absolutely a it looks like a proper, like, long sword, but it is just made of wood. It's made of a beautiful, like, kind of, like, white teak wood that has been, like, very well built and made, and it seems like the heirloom of the house. It's kind of noted in some of the pictures as well as being at the belt of the head of house.
Yeah, I assume it's just like on a holder kind of thing. It's not.
Yeah, you can just pick it straight up. Yeah. It's quite weighty actually. It's heavier than you'd expect.
I want to bring it to like the rest of the group and be like, "Hey guys, I found this white wooden sword, and it's just made out of wood, but like." Damn, it looks good. Does anyone know what these marks are or anything?
Mm-hmm. It does have like eldritch marks on it. It has like a druidic marks on it.
I can't read.
I can't read. But you're wearing glasses right now, Mac.
Yeah, don't look at me.
I haven't got my glasses on. Can't read.
Can't read. Can't see. Yeah. We're good. Darn shape.
Important to roleplay at having a huge migraine.
Yeah, like,
I had a migraine last night. I don't even want to talk about it.
Don't even talk about it. Yeah. But yeah, like you look at it, it's like quite impressive sword. I would say probably Steph, you could probably do me a knowledge nature check or a knowledge arcanum if you would like. Likewise with of course Hubert, you could do a knowledge arcanum. Kind of have a little gander at the sword.
Yeah.
All right.
Not my specialty at all.
Really using my sheet today. Pleases me. I'll do nature then.
Ooh.
There we go.
Yeah, that'll
and
do.
Together.
So Hubert, you believe this is probably a magical sword based on the like kind of iconography of the symbols. It seems to be of a druidic origin, and potentially, given your knowledge of arcane stuff, you're like, it's probably like got a power word or activation of some sort. You'd need to kind of
I read it out loud.
You'd want to like you could probably attune to this sword if you would want to, and then you'll learn much more about it. But you need a identifier to really know exactly what the sword will do.
I'm going to make an announcement. It's actually a very good sword. Does anyone want a long sword? Oh shit! Does anyone want a lengthy sword?
I love swords.
You do, don't you? Remember when you used to hit people with swords?
Oh, it's been too long, Hubert. It's been too long.
Where are glasses from?
I need them to read. Steph, what do you mean?
I can't see without them. I can't see without my glasses.
Yeah, those anime villain kind of like white.
Yeah, you can reflect the freaking. It's reflecting the D20 really badly.
Yeah, really badly. Let's minimize it. For you, Steph, you identify that this weapon is made from, of course, this weapon was grown, not like built, which would identify for you specifically like reasonably powerful druidic magic. You note that the sword itself is sharp, like it has a level of sharpness to it. It's probably not the same amount as a long sword, but like potentially like with an activation, if it's a magic item, it could be quite a useful weapon against, you would imagine, the dead or against unnatural things, because it's
okay.
Yeah,
it's convenient.
Convenient.
Yeah,
I imagine that Lillian and Hubert would have been like talking amongst each other about this. Yes, there's this. Yes, that point. Yes,
as well as a focus for natural and magical, like life kind of giving rituals and stuff like that. So.
Bob is going to chime in being like, this sword sounds like it would have been useful 40 years ago.
Oh. Well, we better go power it up then. It needs a bit of a jump.
Needs some juice.
Let us find the juice.
The juice.
Oh, let's loosen its juice, shall we?
Loosen its juice out of it, yes. The juice loosener. We need one.
The theme of today is diarrhea. That's consistently what I will come back to.
Today's letter is D.
D.
For dementia. All right, so you kind of like, you've found some blood, the trail's downstairs. You've got like an idea.
Since we're going to follow the blood trail, I will assist the elder Damon Theomu down the stairs.
Yeah.
Thank you, sweetheart. Thank you.
Do we get Damon to hold the sword? Like, can he use it effectively as a sword?
Yeah, you can use it effectively as a sword, yeah.
Well, Damon, you have it. You're the swordman.
Thank you, Hubert. Because I still got my dad's blade on my hip, so I'll just like tie it to the hilt of my dad's blade.
A big iron on my hip.
Yep.
Can Mog
Yeah, you pop open this last doorway here, and inside there is another bedroom. It looks like a kind of like it's kind of similar to the last bedroom.
Moggy's going to keep his eyes to the ground, like as much as possible, just to make sure like no other ghosts.
There are more like antiques in this particular room. There seems to be like older objects, and it seems to be like a little bit more cluttered than the other room. The other rooms that you kind of seen, it seems to be like people definitely living. Like a couple was living here. There's like a dresser and that kind of stuff, and there's clothes and all that kind of jazz, as well as boxes and all that kind of stuff, which you can look through if you're really feeling it. But you are taking a little bit of time with the searches, because you are searching quite vigorously around this area. So it's probably taken you about probably half an hour to really search this entire upstairs, so maybe 50 minutes or so.
Yeah. Does anything immediately pop out that catches my eye? Anything shiny? Because I'm just like poking my head.
There's a jewelry box.
Well, I do love jewelry.
Mm-hmm. Like some of the objects, like back in that other room, were quite expensive that you could probably steal and sell. But there's like there's some jewelry.
Mog would like to go up to the jewelry box and
you pop it open. You find about you'd say about like, do me an investigation, I would say, just so you can investigate and identify the amount of money these things are worth.
I have my glasses on.
1, 5, 19.
You see possibly what looks like a diamond, maybe a ruby, gold.
I just take a handful of it.
Yeah, just you pop it in your bag. You're like, belongs to me now. That's 40 years back pay. Yeah,
I love these old jokes. They're my favorite.
Oh yeah, the best. This is what the game's about, really.
Enough super.
Yeah, but there's not too much else in this particular room now.
All right, in that case, Mog would like to leave right away.
Right away?
Mm-hmm. And I mean, go downstairs.
Go downstairs. Oh, okay.
Let's follow this trail at the pace of a snail.
On the trail we blaze.
Watch the stairs, everybody. Oh, God. Oh, Lordy.
Yep.
So this mirror, we can see into it?
Mm-hmm. Oh, no. Is this a regular mirror at the moment?
What pissed it off last time?
Mm-hmm. Can you see anything in the mirror? I mean,
touch it.
If you look at the Guardian's card, you'll be able to see the mirror in all of its wonderful glory.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
My reality is being so altered.
Much like my age.
Got him.
Jacob, it's kind of black in that mirror. Is that normal? Because
is that normal?
You have to move the card a little bit, and you can see the dust reflection on the mirror and stuff. It's just that the light's facing.
With mirror.
Oh.
All right, so you can do an investigation of the mirror, or you can try and figure out how to work it.
But turns out I still don't have my glasses on. Does anybody else want to look at this mirror? I'm really bad at looking at things today.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna come up and really insult this fat idiot that I see in the mirror, which is me. I'm gonna poke him straight in his face and tell him that he should shape up or ship out.
You're trying to like move in the direction. You're like, Go, and you keep bumping into it. Go.
Yeah. I've lost all object constancy. Alright, so that's it.
I rolled an 18 for investigate.
Yep, you have a look at the mirror. I've sent you a reveal.
What?
Have a cheeky look at the mirror. Oh, you gotta go look at the thing.
Oh, nice. It open up?
It open?
Is it like a pathway, or is it like a
I don't know. What do you think, Mac? Do you want to go? What do you see?
Can I see if I can put my hand through it? Because there was glass there a second ago. I'm getting
you put your hand through the mirror and it goes through.
Yes.
Everyone else, you see like Mac put his hand against the mirror, and it like he touches the surface of the mirror.
I'm gonna say, yes, get him!
Yes, go Morg! Get him!
I'm getting in the mirror, guys. I'm gonna do it.
Do you walk in?
Yeah.
And I just like grab Mog as he's walking in so he doesn't go in alone. Like it's gonna lock like flipping platform 9 3/4.
You put both hands like to everyone else. You put both hands on the mirror and then disappear. And then you're inside the mirror, Mog.
I'm inside the mirror. Is Lily?
No!
And up ahead, you can kind of see you're inside the entryway before another room up ahead. Like you can kind of see. I'll send it to you, and I'll send it to the spectators as well, watching the lovely Ardent. Something like deeper in the room. It's on the exposed card. Yeah. So I go into the spectators and to you, Mog. But everyone else, you just see Mog basically disappear. He's like, "What?"
So I didn't go with when I was like,
Lily was holding on to me, wasn't she?
No, she was, but you just disappeared. You're like,
yeah.
You just had nothing in your hand. You're like, what the hell?
Goddamn. Okay. Can I see them back? Can I see through the mirror? Like through back to where they are?
Yeah, you can see where they are. They're right behind you.
I basically just poke my head out, being like, "Sorry, guys, still here?" Or am I stuck?
You poke your head back through the mirror, but you don't appear like to any of them. No, you're just kind of like on the other side. Everyone looking at the mirror, do me a perception check.
Yes. Perception.
Ooh, game got Cool. Hubert, you see in the far corner of this room, probably like right about here on the map, you see Mog like waving at you, like from the back of the room, and then he like kind of is like looking at you like but he's further back in the room. You kind of like look around, he's not there.
Am I seeing the back of everyone, or am I seeing the front?
You're seeing the front, like there's a portal between you and them at this point.
So in his mirrorverse, is there a version of us, or is this a separate?
No, like it is very much like a portal where he just was, that he's like put his head out and be like, hey guys. You can see that there is a figure of him in the back of this room, but you cannot see him like actually popping out of it now.
I'm jealous. I want to go.
Yeah, well, you can do me kind of to try and figure out how to get into the mirror. All of you can do that if you like. I mean, you saw what he did with the mirror, so stands to reason that you could probably do the same and you'd go inside.
Can I try to help by like using my maul to like kind of see if I can poke people? Because I'm not that far away from everyone if they're still near the mirror.
You go out into the room again, but you don't appear again.
Uh-oh. Lillian, I think, did a good old job just then.
I think so.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah, you think place both hands on the mirror, and you'll probably be able to get into it from here.
Can I try and get other people to try that before I do it? So that they actually can come through and are like, what did she do?
We will immediately forget that you're gone.
Yeah, almost immediately. It's like, what?
The goldfish.
Yeah. If you look at the card again, you will like. I'll mess with you guys. So this is the messing around with like, oh, what's going on? Like you can kind of like, yeah, you put the 2 hands on, you probably go through. So you get Hubert to do it. Yep. Hubert, you like feel a shift, and you're kind of, you can see Mog. You're like, oh, hello.
See.
And you see the chamber a little bit further in. I'll give that to you as well. Oh no, not Damon. No, not Damon.
Not me.
Not you. Get out of here, Damon. You get nothing. You sad sack.
I didn't think Ben was here.
Don't let Ben see you cry.
Hold the tears back.
Hold the tears back. Put it back in.
Shove those things back in.
Yep. So, what are you doing, Damon? And what are you doing, Lillian? Lily.
I'm kind of honestly just intrigued by everyone climbing into this thing. For now, I'm just taking a step back because I don't want to go running into danger again.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm really just going to be hanging back with possibly with Mafferman.
Mafferman.
I want to keep an eye on Mafferman, see how he's going.
Mafferman's not having a choice time. He's like,
he's just sitting at the end of the steps, just sobbing into his palms.
He's like having a chat with Baird, and he's like Baird's basically just kind of low key sassing him and kind of like hounding him for the bit. So I was like, so what's it like being a paladin? What's that like being a cleric? Is that good for you? Is that working out for you? No? Okay. Yeah.
Can I get anyone else to do the thing on the mirror to go through?
Well, I'm already outside, and
me and
got Hubert and Mog through, so now I have to drag Bad, Deathman, and Damon in.
Mm-hmm. Like they all kind of look towards the mirror again. Like they can it's like they see something a little bit strange. They're like, "Oh, are we going in there?" And you guys look to the mirror, and you can see that there's a passageway that is now in there. It opens up.
Yep, off we go. Herding cats.
Get in there.
Old people and sass machine.
Old people cats. So yeah, you will basically go into the mirror, and I will then show you the next reveal, which is the exposed card. So if you have a little look at exposed card, you'll be able to see the actual room you're stepping into.
Exposed card?
The exposed card, yes.
Didn't get that on my list. My cards. Oh, well, it's a new one. Okay.
Dude, last time I got a card for exposed.
I'm going to expose myself, Jacob.
Jake?
Look, please no old
that
man.
Kind of strange.
65-year-olds old. Yeah.
This is a hell of a room.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
I reckon Hubert aged is like fine wine.
Yeah, it's very nice. I love this room. This is a good
A lot
time.
of extra sediment.
Yep.
Mac, what do you think about this room?
I actually really love this room.
I love this room.
Somebody who may have worked on this room, I reckon, looks good.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
You can tell
Whoever worked on this room probably looks really good as well. Is that what you're saying, Mac?
I think that's what he said.
That's what he said. Yeah.
That is physically what he said.
Yep.
We're all there for it.
We're all there.
Give a clap to the guy who didn't know. Let's not do that.
Yeah. Give it.
What an attractive 3D designer.
Right. You can tell by his work.
That is one attractive pile of bones.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's bones. There's paper everywhere. So someone's
Scrolls.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you know right now. It's a spooky place. You're like, oh yeah, this is yeah, cool.
Spoopy 5 me.
Spoopy.
Are there any actively spoopy characters in this room, or is it?
No, there's no spoopy characters. There's a lot of fucking. there's bones.
Is this where the blood trail went?
You didn't really get a good sense of where the blood trail went. It went downstairs, but it stands to reason. Like, yeah. Kind of see it around the sacrament, like the altar area.
The what?
There's bones and blood.
The what altar? I heard a little sa.
Get like wheel close into that altar if we can. We'll get its business. Really suss out that altar. Yeah.
Can I do a medicine check
You
on
may.
the bones and see if I can figure out how old these people were?
Are they dead?
Yes, that would be a bit of a tough one, but yeah, you can do that.
I think they're dead.
How long ago they died?
Oh, no, like how old the actual person was when they died. Like, is it child bones or is it adult bones?
Yeah, go for it.
It's probably going to be hard check, but I'm no forensic scientist.
I mean, child bones, adult bones are very different because they're bigger and smaller.
Yeah.
Femur length. Femur length is a big one, right?
Yeah. Yeah, femur length. Like, ooh, this is one of those little bitty femurs. Ooh, boy. Love that.
I have no idea, I don't think. 6.
You're like,
oh, man.
It's bones and they're dead.
Well, these are bones for sure.
Dead ass bones.
Yep, they're definitely dead bones. None of the alive bones. That's dangerous, you see. Yeah, would be good for you, not good for the economy.
You're like, look at what? Bring this up again.
I feel like
that's a rib cage. That's it. That's all I got.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like we're gonna have to Magoo our way through this, like accidentally kick something or push something.
Can Mog go up the stairs? There's like I think a big scroll on the table.
I will give you a reveal though, Lillian, for what you did see, like on the bones, because you are looking at them physically. What are you looking at on the top of the table, where like the skull is?
Oh,
You're looking at the like little top section that looks over the room, yeah?
Yeah. There's like the table with a scroll on it, and it's got red writing. Like it's got like glowing writing on it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh, it does.
So you can have a quick weedy boy of that.
Oh, fuck, that's small.
Yeah. Give that a shot, Mac. Tell us what it says.
It's little. All right, give me like you kind of look at it and yeah, it's like magical writing. There are books and papers and documents kind of everywhere. So roll me a Arcanum check, if you would, Mac.
That seems to be the most actively magical one, though.
Seems to be some kind of
I'm
arcane scroll.
Going to point out all those lovely markings on the bones that are emanating that lovely blue light. So that's mildly terrifying.
Oh, you did really well, Mog. Oh my god. I'm so impressed.
Are you sensing something magical about those bones? Are you, Lillian?
They do in a glow, so I assume it's magical.
I don't see any blue markings.
No, you don't. That's okay. I mean, she's like eyeballing it more than you are. So you're looking at the scroll. So you have a look at it. Now, this will be a little bit of an investigation leg, so it will take some time for you to look through everything. But there are books that you can kind of look through. There are items that you can kind of examine. And I will send them out to you guys as you kind of find them.
Right.
Give me some more Arcanum checks, and we'll, like probably for you, Hubert, and for you, dear Damon Theamian, as you kind of try and piece together the old puzzle of this room.
Okay.
What the deal is.
I'd like to look at the scrolls up the back.
That was my next.
Yeah, the back scrolls.
I'm going to go with Hubert up there.
Yep, those back scrolls. All right. I will. So
how long do you think it takes Hubert and I to climb the staircase?
Oh, I reckon about 20 minutes. Like
double it.
50 minutes. 50 minutes.
2 hours.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Okay. It is the exposed card. Don't forget as well. Exposed card for all those watching at home. Yeah. Got your exposed card. You can have a look at it.
So,
fun fact.
Investigation or Arcana?
Probably an Arcana.
Arcana.
Probably, actually, I'll say investigation. I'll say investigation. You can do what you like.
Yeah, I'll do an investigation check.
Yeah, you do the other half. Excellent. Look at us go.
Yeah. You do roll advantage if you want. Oof. Wait, you only have you have a +0 to Arcana?
Yeah, love it.
You can't have one. You're a bard.
I don't believe in magic.
You're a bard. You have to have Arcana with abilities of +1.
Friendship.
You're a jack of all trades.
Sensitive friendship.
Hubert. That's so good. So I'll give it to Hubert and to Damon because they're working together.
Ooh.
So that is something you can kind of have a read through just there as well. There's a whole bunch of text.
Ooh.
A whole bunch of knowledge and magics. Lillian, would you also like to get a little bit of a searchy search?
Yes.
Yeah, go for it. You can all have a quick, long read in this wonderful stream and then come back with all your information like, I found out this.
Oh, my lord.
Oh, my good lord.
I did not search very well.
That's all right.
Once again.
Did you use investigation or Arcanum?
Investigation. Should I use Arcana?
You can use Arcanum. You can roll with advantage as well because I think you're all just doing research for a few hours at this point.
Okay.
Because you're like, okay, let's read this.
Well, since I didn't investigate, but I'll stick with the investigate.
Mathuman and Baird are also in the same room as well. They're kind of looking through some of the documents as well, and they're like, "This seems exciting."
I got 16 this time.
Give that to you, Lillian. Dooley. And
Mog would like to kind of read out some of the things that he's found in these letters and stuff like that, and he's going to say that the people that were here were apparently trying to tie life to objects through magic.
Oh no!
So I'll let you guys basically just discuss because you'll have a bunch of information and stuff like that, so you can just talk it out and see what you come to.
That sounds patently bad.
You mean the tying life to object bit? Or?
Yes, putting a soul into some sort of object for ill purpose.
It seems like a way to achieve immortality, though. Or is it in a tortuous way? Are they trying to damn a soul by making it a cigarette?
Yeah, I'm gonna remember the dolls upstairs, and I really hope the dolls upstairs don't have little child souls in them.
Oh, right.
I'm thinking about.
Right.
Ooh!
Children, so youthful.
Preserved forever in China white. Yeah, very emotional moment.
If we destroy the dolls, will that free their souls, or will they just die?
Destroy the dolls to free the souls. I like this. I like this rhyming scheme. I mean, what else would they be? Do you think the nobles? Do you think the dad, the husbando, put his soul into something? Do you think this is his work?
Maybe. Well, it is the tapestry was saying that this is a family of alchemists. Maybe they're doing it through science somehow.
Originally druids as well.
And druids.
They were originally druids. They became alchemists, and who knows after that?
Yes, they went bad.
Damon gets frustrated with when he's looking through those things with Hubert, and kind of just shoves them back in the drawer, and he goes, "Well, that's useless. It's all ancient history stuff. Nothing helpful."
Yeah. Talks of palatial mountains and
rich crops. I don't care about rich crops. I want to get young again. Everything hurts.
Actively shitting on the law that Jacob's written.
Yeah. Guess I'll die.
Guess I'll go fuck myself then.
Or will it be you?
Oh man, that's so good.
Yeah. If only you did read that, because it's designed to help you.
Oh, we did read it.
We did read it.
I know you did.
David just has no idea how to translate it into useful information. I think these people are very old, maybe. But Jacob, I will try, because I have my normal explorer's kit, so I'll try and just jot down because I can basically read and write. I will jot down what I see.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna put that into a little notepad for myself.
A little note, you're good. Always come back to it now as well, and just be like, what was this? Oh, it was this thing. Cool, got it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Lillian, did you find anything?
Pretty much the same as you guys.
Oh. Say something about the bones.
Yeah, there's etchings and markings on the bones.
Ooh.
That's why they're glowing blue.
Can I have a squiz at them? Can I do an arcana check or an investigation?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, go.
Religion, because I'm more relying on my knowledge, as a paladin, if it's anything related.
You can go for a religion or arcana check at this point.
Either of them are horrible, so I'm just going to go through. Said. There it is.
Said.
I said.
So what are you trying to learn about these bones exactly? They were...
And is it the reason why they died, kind of thing? Does the etching mean anything that my order would have understood or have dealt with before?
This feels like definitely something that these people were killed for this ritual. You'd imagine this was a decision that was made to basically, I don't know, activate whatever these blue flames are, because these blue flames are still active. They're still alive. The actual physical location is seems to be what's important as well, but more than that, you're not exactly sure where that help.
I would suggest there's a passage about man, dwarf, and elf born from this realm and then moved out elsewhere. Maybe we've got one of each.
That is true.
Maybe we just kick it.
Give it a kick.
Can I look? Because can I look down? I've looked at the at some of the scrolls. Can I just continue to investigate, see if there's any more information there at all?
Yeah, go for it.
I'll like look over at Hubert. And I'll say, arcane research, dead, Laminaria. I think there's more here. Then I'll try investigating. There's not.
What's the book? I don't like it. A sandwich with words?
It's a word sandwich. I hate this.
Did you find any
My
canasta?
father warned me of this.
I want to play canasta.
Why do you have this incredible desire to play canasta right now? So you would have met, like, do you have roll me and invest like an arcanum or religion for the actual like altar space, like the actual altar, because you looked at kind of the bones and stuff like that, and you do think that these were purposely made for this ritual, but doing a second roll for the actual altar itself.
Who are you talking to?
I'm talking to any of you, really.
Oh yeah.
Well, I'm up above the stairs, so
the choice is yours.
I'll do it because I'm already fiddling with the spells.
Lillian, what are you doing?
Mog's fiddling.
What is it?
I'm actually just fiddling.
I think I'm still down there anyway, so
Inspo someone.
yeah, can I help Mog?
Yeah, you can help Mog, yeah, for sure. So you kind of like get together and like you kind of look at the roll the advantage, old Mog. Does Lillian have more arcana than you do?
Yeah, I shouldn't be doing this.
Yes, I do.
Very good at magic.
Another 4, in fact.
Yeah. Do you? Look, I'll let you roll Lillian in.
Is he kind of like surgeon simulator?
I think it's this. Like, you can roll on your own, Lillian. Be like that.
Information about magic. It's like, is this magic?
Is magic? Is magic?
20? Is this magic, Lillian? I think the glue blow, the wild words, blue glow says yes.
Blue glow.
Glue blow now. The blue glow.
I've sent you a reveal, and like I'll have a quick read of that. But basically, what you believe, specifically from this well, is it is a
well.
Actually, you know what? Read the thing. You'll figure it out. I have faith in you. I feel like
well.
This thing that we're standing on is a life well?
Might be a ley line node. Possibly built on a well of some powerful magical force, which has been drained by some eldritch force. It'll take about 40 years to regain all its power back, but it still has some influence over life and death.
40 years, you say?
What exact number?
Why don't we get the ghost involved? Ghost can age at 40 years.
Mm-hmm.
Is there significance with the fire that I'm looking at, like with the candles?
It's that it's still active and that it's still powerful. So like Lillian, like Clem looking at this, is like it's a node. It's the intersection of a series of ley lines which form basically a well, much like the one that Nick was kind of looking at in the other document stuff, like the other like notes and stuff like that. You've been here for a couple hours. This one, you're like, all right, this is a life well. This like weird, like whatever ritual happened here, they tried to drain it and use it with a magical item and like do something to, I don't know, imbue their life force with an item so that they gain immortality. The item itself you haven't really looked for, so it could be in this room, could be upstairs, who knows.
Son of a bitch.
But you would imagine that this is you can tap into this and drain it for yourself as well, if you can figure out how to do that.
Do we have that children's book on us?
You do.
And I have a look at that story again and see if it like says something in there about how the young maiden tapped into the well, and if there's like an analogy or something.
Mm-hmm. It talks about basically that she had a rose. It was like she got 3 items from 3 travelers as she went along the road. And and needed to demonstrate kindness to each of them. And then they gave her a rose, like a flower each. One flower was a rose, one flower was a tulip, one flower was like a marigold. It doesn't seem to you, and roll me an Arcanum check to kind of really get the magical significance of these kind of concepts, and then we'll go from there.
23.
Yeah. The magical significance of these is not so much of them being the flowers per se, it's just the representation of life. It's get a magical representation of life that's got this kind of like groundswell of what life is intended to kind of be. Life is not about pain and death and all this kind of stuff. That's the subversion of life, which you have noted in some of the tomes as well, which is the interplay between truth and lies, the kind of original gods that created all things or warped all things as the way they are now. It's not to do with like subversion. It's about the intent of life and bring life out and kind of make that kind of full and whole and that kind of stuff. You would imagine, given the nature of what you can kind of see, I'll get you you piece together a bunch of stuff here.
Is that
first off being is that this ritual did not go well. This was a failed ritual, whatever the person like intended to do, and has stored some of this magical power in an object somewhere around here. Now it is presumably gone, but you could still tap into it. It's just not going to be as effective, you know? They assumedly became the ghost that you witnessed upstairs because it would have destroyed their physical form, so they could take probably the nuance of the spell wasn't quite right. They managed to potentially make a powerful item, but didn't connect themselves to a new body to renew that kind of cycle. So effectively they tried to become a lich and failed and became a ghost instead, and were like, this is terrible. And with ghosts and all that kind of stuff, it's regret and pain, the cycles of death, basically. And that's kind of why the dead are never at peace. Like the undead are like decidedly restless because of things that they've done in life. So you kind of piece that together. Go.
Cool. Well, let's start searching for that item, hey?
Have a look. Does anyone have like magical sight at all? Does anyone have like sorry, what is it called?
Dark vision or
No. It's detect magic. Detect magic. Yeah.
Nope.
I feel like it's only Baird, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't believe in magic.
Baird has a look.
I just refuse to believe in magic.
So you say that you basically are looking for an item in the room. So that's some of the detect magic. It's like, oh dang. Well, this place is magical's balls. It's kind of hard, like they kind of look around. It's like it's difficult to kind of find for a little bit, but they take a little bit of time. And most of this, like they take about like 20 minutes. They look through all the items and stuff like that, the objects, and they eventually find a book, like a book that's like just next to the actual scroll, the top of the little platform there. And like, this seems, holy crap, what the hell? And like kind of looking through it, and Matherman goes up as well. Examines the book and talks to you all. It's like, points it to, I guess, Lillian probably. He's like, this is probably the thing you'll want. It possesses within its pages a great deal of magical life energy. I don't exactly know what you think has happened here, but this is the item I would imagine that they were trying to create. Then hands it to you.
Okay.
Yeah. Like,
book. Can I Arcana the book? Because now I need to figure out how to use the book on the friends.
Yep, you can give that a go.
Without dying.
Yep.
I like this point and click adventure logic. Use book on friends.
Use book on friends. Got it. Yep, go for it.
Oh, here's the hope. To 15?
Mm-hmm. You think that you need to figure out what the correct invocation is, or whatever name or word that you'll need to speak to activate the book.
That damn word again.
Mm-hmm. A single word that you can that you think would activate this book. Talk to your friends, figure it out. I believe in you. There's an activation phrase or something like that. It would be tied to whoever the person was, whatever their deal was, all that kind of stuff.
Try one of their names, or the children's names.
Did we have all of those?
I don't know any of those.
My memory's a little cloudy today.
Oh, it's been a long day for us, Hubert. Getting
away for literally
age.
Minutes of wakefulness.
Mm.
My notes are good, but they're not that good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I have total faith in you guys.
No. Oh, no.
So much faith.
Why you say such things?
Terrible.
Can we look around these books here and scrolls to find the names of the people?
Mm-hmm. Roll me a wisdom check.
Wisdom.
Yes.
Wisdom check.
Beep. Did it go? Yeah, there we go.
You reckon that it wouldn't be a personal thing? Based on that? Just with the 12 there, Mog, it'd be a personal thing.
Wouldn't be personal. It's not just going to be open sesame or something.
That's pretty personal.
Well, it's a big thing on the druidic stuff. Would it be linked with the sword that has a name thing that you need to do?
Yeah, we need to look for that as well. Do we have to?
Who could say?
Somewhere?
Who could say? Jacob says. Who could say?
Who could say?
Roll rack at the back. Can I go through those and see if or has someone already done that?
No, these are just wizard scrolls. There are actually quite a few leveled spell scrolls in here.
There's anything that's I'm oh, that's a magic spell. Take that.
Yeah, there's 7 magical scrolls there.
Oh my lord!
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, there are. Hold on, let me just get the.
Yeah, put them in one of those art things.
Yeah.
I say.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to start saying random words at the book.
Yep, random words. I'm sure
Naminaria.
No manera.
Namina.
Laminaria.
Noodles.
We looked at that scroll that's on the desk, yeah?
Yep.
What came from that?
So, a series of letters and arcane diagrams indicating that the connections between how to circumvent death, specifically talking about the immortality of objects and magically enchanted objects. There are many haphazard notes and clippings from other papers that indicate the possibility of tying a life force to objects.
Okay.
Truth?
Did you
Probably
say
not what we're looking for.
Do we know who these bones would be? They seem to be the only thing that's got a magical connection.
Yeah, it seems like they you can assume they were sacrifices, but what sacrifices they are, it's difficult to say. Though, given all of the information that you've acquired from this ritual in this space, you would suggest it would be a blood relative. Otherwise, it would be potentially less effective. It's more effective to use blood relatives for this kind of nonsense.
Do we figure out what the husband's name was? I just realized that we ran into the wife, but we never ran into the husband.
You did kind of look at the tree, the family tree, and his name was Ulfriend.
Ulfriend.
Yeah, waiting for it.
Mm-hmm.
Did that activate it?
Are you holding it? I thought Lillian was holding it.
I'm just yelling at the book.
Yeah, we've just been leaning over the book, yelling at it. That's our plan.
Yeah.
It's a bit.
It's just I don't want to be holding this while you're doing that.
It's a bit more of a mood to. It's a bit more of a mood to activate a magic. You gotta go hold the thing. You'll put your hand on it and be like, Ulfriend.
Ben, would you like to go and hold it? You're the only one that doesn't need to worry about aging another 40 years.
Mm-hmm.
Lily's seeing that too. She's like, that's not the problem.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Say Ulfriend. I bet it'll work out well for us.
Oh, friend.
Ah!
You feel the book activate.
Ah!
And it activates for you. And you feel a overwhelming sense of life force enter into your body.
Ah! Poo!
Oh, well, this is the opposite of what I expected.
Yep. You feel like, oh, and it kind of interacts a bit weirdly with your demonic blood, but it seems to be within you, and you hold it for a little bit. You're like, oh, this is. You're not standing on the ritual altar, are you? Like the altar, are you?
No.
Okay.
I wouldn't imagine I would be now.
Yeah, there's options for you to do weird shit where you like use with altar, use with friends. The point and click adventure. Yeah, but you feel like an incredible surge of magical energy, like of life force into your body.
Okay. Book doesn't feel empty now, does it?
Feels like it's been drained.
Just gonna like give it to Hubert and be like, "This is your idea. You try it."
Mm-hmm.
I feel weird.
Grandpa gang, everyone have a little touch. Come have a little snort of this good juice.
Well, Mog kind of holds the side of
it. It's and then she's like chopping up pages of the book, be like, let's give me the sweet juice I need.
Oh, that sweet nose eldritch candy.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna say, oh, friend.
All right, so the old age home is holding onto the book, yeah?
Yeah, the old age home is holding the book. Who's calling it?
And at the same time as well.
Go for it, old age home. Are you and Dame going to use it first, Hubert? Because you're the oldest people.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 2 and a shit. Old friend.
Old friend.
Yep. All right, let's give me a quick secondary deckety.
We are so in sync as always.
Oh, you did really well, team. You did really well.
We finished each other's
sandwiches.
Nice.
Got him.
Sandwiches. Word sandwiches. That's what we finished.
We do finish each other's word sandwiches.
True.
Yeah. You both will gain 30 years each.
That's better.
Oh.
I feel smarter, but not older.
You feel smart, but not old. Yeah. You feel kind of like it's not exactly a greater restoration spell. It is just like you literally being given life back again, sort of. It's a complex series of emotions, really.
Now, should I have not been holding on to that book because now I've just turned into 17-year-old?
Hmm? Oh no, I'm only talking about Nick and Piper.
Piper. Piper is okay.
Get your own Zoom account, my dude. Just get it, okay? I need that for you. I was like, Nick, yeah, Macaulay, yeah, good, gotcha, cool. That's yeah. Piper?
Piper.
That's you, right? So I'm trying to remember 3 names instead of 2, which is terrible for me. Anyway,
you'll get there.
You guys get 20 years back. Mog, you get back to your regular age.
Or was it Mathaman? Do we need Dear Mathaman to get his youthful self back?
Mathaman also gets some of his years back. He gets 30 years back. He's 40 now. He's a silver fox for sure.
Yeah. I'm hitting that too. I'm looking good.
Yeah, looking good. Looking fresh.
I look like Mr. Sheffield.
But that is all that the book returns to you, unfortunately.
Something's better than nothing.
Yeah. My glasses. Don't need to get glasses.
Mm-hmm.
Huzzah!
Yeah. But yeah, Lillian, you still have this and I don't want to sugarcoat this in any way. It is a very powerful life aura that is held within you at this point. Keep that in mind.
Am I just vibrating now?
A little bit. There'll be
slowly vibrating around the room.
there'll be some things because it's not like it's overwhelming. It's it's currently a bit disorientating more than anything else. You feel very grounded, you're literally kind of a part of the earth, and you are it's a very strange expression of your own kind of your race, your personality, and just kind of everything. It's humbling.
Okay.
More than anything else. It feels like you are holding pure life force within you.
Cool. I have no idea what to do with this.
Mm-hmm. It will you can put it. You can put it places. You can do things with it. Probably. Imagine, maybe. Not being a wizard or cleric or anything like that, you don't really know how to do that. But if you keep it with you for long enough, it'll just nestle into being as part of your existence, and that could have effects.
Sounds good.
Can I just roll Arcana to deal with this?
Mm-hmm. You can.
Or figure out how to deal with said thing?
Mm-hmm. You can. Go for it.
It's a 16.
Mm-hmm. Give me a religion check as well.
Oh, okay.
It's get all the pieces together.
That was a 5.
Mm-hmm. All right. Magically, you understand that the life force you have within you is probably going to have one of two effects. First one being is that on your death, you will be brought back to life.
Oh!
The second one is that whatever your race is, because you're not technically because tieflings are a bit of a peculiar race when it comes to their genealogy and who they actually are, because they are half of partly demon, partly other race. You're probably are you a human tiefling? Are you an elf tiefling? What kind of tiefling specifically were your parents?
I haven't actually particularly thought about it.
Now's the time.
Now's the time.
What do you think you're
just thinking back to because I have to think about 2 different characters concurrently right now for that. So elf makes the most sense for the region at that point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So your parent was probably an elf?
Yeah.
Which means you're half elf and half demonic blood. Now, the second option is that potentially one of those 2 things will become more prevalent and make your life more difficult to take.
Okay.
Which one that will be, you're not really sure, but you also are aware that you could put life back into the well as well. Those are your kind of 3 conceptual options, but as far as the religious significance of what the well means in context to everything else is a bit tricky for you to figure out. You're
can I confer with Mog?
You can.
Our religious expert.
You can, in fact, confer with Mog, your religious expert, yes.
Yes.
Mog, help.
Okay.
H-I-L-P.
What do you need done with religion? What religion do you need? I can try and help you, my child.
Understand the concept between book, life force, well.
Okay.
Yeah.
I definitely learned how to hit things with a big hammer for my religion. Picking up a book and then deciding where life goes must have been one of those subjects that I just really missed out on. But can you hit it against something? I'm going to try and help you with my religion.
I don't think this is what the book is for.
Okay.
I'm no expert.
What is your dilemma?
Sorry. It is.
What are you?
It's just trying to figure out the religious significance of the well, and I don't know.
I have an inkling of a tinkling, which is that perhaps we profiting from this eldritch invocation is not so good. So as a favor, as a gift back to Mother Earth, to Gaia, we can destroy this spell by stabbing the book or smashing some bones.
We could.
I vote for destroying. I'm with Hubert.
What we could
Let's fuck shit up.
I'm full of youthful energy.
Well, we could respect the person that has given all the power to this book. We could resurrect this father. The husband of the house.
Yeah.
Maybe husband of the house.
Maybe he didn't want to. The druid father. I don't know what his thing is, but he might not have wanted to be sacrificed, and we would be saving a life.
I'm with Mog.
Yeah.
Putting it out to the crowd.
Yes, 35-year-old Damon.
Yes, 35. Yes, Dad, Damon.
Papa Damon.
Each other now.
Yep.
By name, race, creed.
Yep. You also imagine that you've taken a lot more power from the book than anyone else, Steph, because you were the first one to activate it.
Whoops.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think you can use that life power to... Okay, we need to find that object. We need to find where the man's soul, I suspect, is.
It's in the book.
It's in the book.
It's in the book.
Yeah.
Okay.
The object you found it's basically the book. Like all of the souls and life force of this well of the people who were sacrificed is this one thing, and it failed to do what it needed to do.
Okay. Maybe we just gotta want it.
Don't fail being a lich. It's not great.
He's gotta want it more.
Or we could just turn Damon Hubert back to their original age.
Does the book do that?
I suspected that if you can, if you've got excess power and you can put it somewhere else, maybe that could be a thing you could do.
Steph,
Yeah, look,
shoot some book magic at us.
It's probably going to work out better than bringing out Husbando, because we're probably...
Husbando.
Yeah. Well, this is Husbando, so he's going to be like missing half of his soul now. So
I mean, like the power you currently have is not the mere power of a single soul. This is the power of primordial life.
well, that's terrifying.
Yeah. This node is a node of primordial life. It bleeds life into the world.
Like Final Fantasy 7.
And it will take some time to recover, but eventually it will continue to do that. It might not be doing it a lot right now, but that's the thing. But that plus souls of the blood create good lich. Checks out for an arcane perspective, but
Right. Yeah.
magic is hard.
Yeah. Wait, could I help the well get better then?
Yeah, that was the option. That was
I
one
want to
of
help
the
the
options.
well get better, because then if that's a well and it seeps into everything, then doesn't that mean that the rest of the area would feel nice again?
That's why it's all
And
rotty.
so, let's do the thing. Yes.
Could be.
Sounds like a good thing to do.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the least we could do. Goodness.
Let's clean up this grotto.
How do you plan to do that?
Well, I don't want skeletons on it, because that's not very nice for a well of life.
Just get a broom, get out of here.
I mean,
Just get that off there.
that seems fine, interrupting the ritual.
Yeah.
I'm going to start packing up some of this paperwork that's
Mog,
lying around.
are you gonna break the
Cleaning
altar?
montage.
Oh, break the altar?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we've got to untether, I guess, anything that's
because
attached to it.
all this stuff around it has obviously been built on top of the well of life. And Mog, it occurs to you because of your natural 20 that you got with the history and the investigation upstairs. This was probably the original druid circle of the Tutvig family.
Right.
Right.
So you would imagine that this was built around that over time, over hundreds of years, and now eventually is what it is today.
We could.
So busting that shit up, probably gonna get some good life juice in there.
Heck yeah. Fuck shit up.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna just play the ballroom blitz now. You're like, ah! You start smashing the entire room and burning this the stuff that you don't really want to keep. You take a bunch of the important magical texts and stuff like that. I would imagine. Or Bear does specifically. He's like,
That is the vibe for that.
these are mine. Mathman takes the special magical books as well. He's like, I'll take some of those original ones. And the rest of you just go absolutely ham, and you crack basically the altar in half. And there is a release of energy. It's hard to say exactly what kind of energy it is, but you get this sense of a soul releasing. As you kind of smash it down, it's a complex soul. It's in the when you watch, if you ever watch Ghost Ship, when the ghosts all flying up in the sky. Spoiled it for you. Get wrecked. Ghost Ship was pretty good, but all the souls floating up in the sky, this seems like a great thing to do. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And how do you plan to put the life energy that you have within yourself, Lillian, into this well?
I don't know. Can I roll an Arcana? I have a feeling that I need to be on the altar.
Yep, there's options. You could,
but I'd like to.
You're a smart cookie. I think you got this.
I'd like to use my brain here.
Use that big brain.
I don't know what that was. Give me 1 sec.
Well,
just one.
A 1d1.
A 1d1.
Rolling one single D.
A single D. No. I need more Ds. 20 Ds. That's what I need.
It sounds like Jacob's weekend. Oh.
Wow.
Hey,
17.
that's pretty good. All right. You get a pretty decent idea of how to do this, but I'm very much open to your suggestions at this particular point. Like, you'll, if you need my help, you can, but if you come up with a good idea, then we'll go with that. I believe in you. You're a DM. You can do this. What would you do in my situation?
Put too much faith in me. Pre-planned for 3 weeks prior because I'm an idiot.
I have the exact right amount of faith in you. You should goddamn it.
Maybe bleed on it.
Also, the thing is that I'm concerned about is I just stand on the altar and then say the thing that I accidentally set off becoming a lich again, which I do not want to do. So I just want to make sure I'm not doing that. I'm not willing to take that risk.
You don't do that.
You've got 2 lives. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. How can you go wrong?
Easily?
Or Lily, you can just throw the book into the well.
A primordial well.
Die on the well. Kill yourself on the well. Yeah. But, like, it can be, like, pouring your soul into the well, screaming into the crack, like, over the
yell
node.
at it.
Like, you can like
yelling at the thing.
You can bleed on it. You can do, like, take it back.
That would certainly be a way to go if someone just stabbed me on top of the well.
Like, yeah, you could, like, just breathe out, like, you breathe out all your life and, like, and it will just grab it and take it. That can be a thing. But, like, yeah, there's options, man. This is your character moment to shine.
I just feel like it's all too mad and life just, I just want to go and sit on it and just meditate and just connect with it and be like, there you go, this is yours. It's not mine.
That's perfect. That's all I need to hear. You begin to meditate on the altar. Like, you kind of clear away some of the rubble because Mog is basically smashed in half. And you, like, when you kind of pull away the stone, there is grass, beautiful verdant grass underneath.
Hey.
And as you kind of pull it back away a bit more, the grass, like, seems to flourish a little bit. Like, it's an instantaneous bit of flourishing. Flowers grow around it, like very small poppies, very beautiful little red flowers and stuff like that.
Aww.
And you sit. Fun fact: poppies are also a symbol of death. Fun fact: good times. Anyway, because they grow in corpses. Ha 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 ha. We stand. Fun fact: grow in corpses. Poppies. Tell your friends. You sit and you meditate, and you feel your heart and your soul and your mind be dragged through into the well, spread out through Namina, and find yourself elsewhere, deep within the recesses of the primordial ether, where magic is formed and where the gods were first breathed life into. You feel yourself be lost for a bit of time and then flood back to where you were, having given this life force back to this well, to this kind of concept of reality. And you feel it kind of like shift the energies of the world around you. And all of you guys kind of in the kind of room feel this subtle shift, this changing of light, this slight shift away from darkness. And you regain consciousness basically, and you stand, it's like pretty straight up. And you're feeling Jones at this point. You don't feel the that kind of weight of something that doesn't quite belong to you in your chest anymore. And yeah, you feel like you've given it back.
Hey.
It's at this point as well that you feel something hunting you.
Oh no.
Not again.
It's like a little like you hear in the distance a horn, like the sound of like. For you, it would be considered like there's a particular god that your parents probably would have worshipped as like part of their particular being elven as you are, which is called Helmus. She's the master of beasts and the leader of the hunt. She's known to take like 3 large horned wolves wherever she goes, and her horn is known to be like the sounding of her arrival, and a very powerful like kind of goddess of the hunt and of elves and that kind of thing. You feel this kind of horn blare, and she arrives, kind of like passing through into the room, and she looks at all of you, and 3 massive dire wolves, like these beautiful like golden back, like beautifully like kind of pale white dire wolves, all look at you with this powerful gaze. What are your names?
Daemon, Theomune.
Mogluk.
Mogluk? Wait, the last name is Mogluk?
Mogluk. What? What's wrong, my name?
No, nothing. No, the goddess of the hunt does not get surprised by your name.
It's not dunk on you.
No one ever wants to know half orcs like last name, but I thought I'd say it. So there. Maybe I'll just be the Mog.
Lillian.
You are the one who returned what is lost.
Yes.
Of my. He throws down a horn at your feet.
Pick up that horn.
And gives you a pretty powerful look. It's like, you do not know how much you have helped. And she looks away, and her wolves like snarl in the distance, and then she leaves. And runs off back to the hunt again.
You're welcome.
Mm-hmm. Cool. You receive the Horn of Helios.
Cool.
The Horn of Helenus. Good job. It's a when you have a long rest, I'll tell you what to do. But when you have a long rest, I'll tell you what to do, because you got to attune to it first, buddy. Can't just give you free things. Yeah, not the Horn of Valhalla. No.
Okay.
But I think at that point we'll call a little bit of a break, and we'll jump back into it when we get back. So thank you for that. I hope you guys had a little fun time dealing with the old Tutvig manor, and we'll return.
Do rituals wrong, all right.
How do rituals wrong, all right? Fun exposition for the game. All right. We'll see you guys next time. I'll see you in a bit.
Sean Sunday's player screens, D&D player screens arrived today, and going to do a quick unpack. What have we got? Look at that, nice. Partly what's really good is that they're kind of low, and with that is what I'm actually really looking forward to, seeing how they work together with Ardent Roleplay. And of course they're particularly good because they have a whole bunch of nice useful information on them for players, not just DMs. If the GM puts down a card, you can still have a really good view of what's going on in the space. So you're still getting a 3D view, you've got the screen, it's not in the way, which is what I was really hoping for but that height is just fantastic. So you've really got a good view of what's going on the table with Ardent Roleplay, using the augmented reality to see what's happening. And you've got this lovely screen to remind you what you're supposed to be doing and how it all works. So thanks, Sean, for these. These are fantastic. I'm really glad we backed your project, and looking forward to having a play with them.
Having something that you can kind of physically see and be like, this is what it is, this is what it looks like, is a very simple way to just keep story flowing.
It's another tool to communicate to the players what's happening.
Imaginations are endless.
Players who are new into the game, being able to describe, what a crypt or a dais or something is.
I believe we're in the presence of a trap.
With this, it's like, this pops right up on my screen and I can see all this stuff and I don't need to tell anyone about it.
That is amazing. That's so good.
Oh yeah, look at that. Dang.
To have that visualization right there. Pretty impressive, yeah.
Having the visuals, it kind of brings it into a cool world.
This is the second time I played D&D. The first time I played, I actually filled in for a guy that couldn't make it to a session. I made his character completely chaotic evil.
I could probably help you out of there, but you're gonna have to give me that coin pouch.
And killed the entire party I was with, and yeah, I can't really play with those guys anymore. Because my perception is usually pretty high, I can see a lot of things that the other people can't see, which means that I can kind of take advantage of situations a lot easier than I would be able to in just a normal tabletop standard. Like, it'd be very hard to be like, hey guys, I know the Dungeon Master just said I've got all this stuff in the corner, but don't look at it because you characters can't see it.
I believe in the presence of a trap.
With this, it's like, oh, this pops right up on my screen and I can see all this stuff and I don't need to tell anyone about it.
Oh, that's
Never played it, never played anything interactive. It was always on my bucket list. I've always seen it on movies. My friends play it, and I heard that it's like really immersive and that it can last for months.
Oh yeah, look at that.
I couldn't fathom how gameplay works like that. Like tailoring that some people could see certain things and then like other players couldn't. When they said it's all your imagination, I'm like, what? Like anything?
I'm gonna run up to one of them and like hook my bow over its head, draw it back, and like decapitate.
Imagination is endless, and I think having the visuals, it kind of brings it into a cool way.
Let me tell you why you're here. What if I told you you could mix augmented reality with your RPGs? You take the miniature, the story ends. You keep scrolling and believe tabletop games are limited to physical models. Download Ardent Roleplay. You stay in Wonderland, and I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes. Remember, all I'm offering is the chance to add something new.
Sean Sunday's player screens, D&D player screens arrived today, and can do a quick unpack. What have we got? Look at that, nice. Partly what's really good is that they're kind of low, and with that is what I'm actually really looking forward to seeing, how they work together with Ardent Roleplay. And of course they're, particularly good because they have a whole bunch of nice, useful information on them for players, not just DMs. If the GM puts down a card, you can still have a really good view of what's going on in the space. So you're still getting that 3D view, you've got the screen, it's not in the way, which is what I was really hoping for, but that height is just fantastic. So you've really got a good view of what's going on the table with Ardent Roleplay, using the augmented reality to see what's happening, and you've got this lovely screen to remind you what you're supposed to be doing and how it all works. So thanks, Sean, for these are fantastic. I'm really glad we backed your project, and looking forward to having a play with them.
having something that you can kind of physically see and be like, this is what it is, this is what it looks like, is a very simple way to just keep story flowing.
It's another tool to communicate to the players what's happening.
Imaginations are endless.
Players who are new into the game, being able to describe, what a crypt or a dais or something is.
I believe we're in the presence of a trap.
With this, it's like, this pops right up on my screen and I can see all this stuff and I don't need to tell anyone about it.
That is amazing. That's so good.
Oh yeah, look at that. Dang.
To have that visualization right there. Pretty impressive, yeah.
Having the visuals, it kind of brings it into a cool world.
This is the second time I've played D&D. The first time I played, I actually filled in for a guy that couldn't make it to a session. I made his character completely chaotic evil.
I could probably help you out of there, but you're gonna have to give me that coin pouch.
And killed the entire party I was with, and yeah, I can't really play with those guys anymore. Because my perception is usually pretty high, I can see a lot of things that the other people can't see, which means that I can kind of take advantage of situations a lot easier than I would be able to in just a normal tabletop standard. Like, it'd be very hard to be like, hey guys, I know the Dungeon Master just said I've got all this stuff in the corner, but don't look at it because you characters can't see it.
I believe we're in the presence of a trap.
With this, it's like, this pops right up on my screen and I can see all this stuff and I don't need to tell anyone about it.
Oh, that's impressive.
never played it, never played anything interactive. It was always on my bucket list. I've always seen it on movies. My friends play it, and I heard that it's like really immersive and that it can last for months.
Oh yeah, look at that.
I couldn't fathom how gameplay works like that. Like tailoring that some people could see certain things and then like other players couldn't. When they said it's all your imagination, I'm like, what? Like anything?
I'm gonna run up to one of them and like hook my bow over its head, draw it back, and like decapitate.
Imagination is endless, and I think having the visuals, it kind of brings it into a cool way.
Let me tell you why you're here. What if I told you you could mix augmented reality with your RPGs? You take the miniature, the story ends. You keep scrolling and believe tabletop games are limited to physical models. Download Ardent Roleplay. You stay in Wonderland, and I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes. Remember, all I'm offering is the chance to add something new.
Sean Sunday's player screens, D&D player screens arrived today, and going to do a quick unpack. What have we got? Look at that, nice. Partly what's really good is that they're kind of low, and with that is what I'm actually really looking forward to seeing, how they work together with Ardent Roleplay. And of course they're particularly good because they have a whole bunch of nice useful information on them for players, not just DMs. If the GM puts down a card, you can still have a really good view of what's going on in the space. So you're still getting that 3D view, you've got the screen, it's not in the way, which is what I was really hoping for, but that height is just fantastic. So you've really got a good view of what's going on the table with Ardent Roleplay, using the augmented reality to see what's happening.
And welcome back, team. Again, we have everyone here. So we've just concluded a little bit of the manner of Alma Tutvig, and restored some life force to one of the nodes of the ley lines of Namina. So, what would you guys like to do now?
Well. We were on the way to another lovely city, so we're on the road.
On the road?
Mm-hmm. On the road again.
But we were going to wait for our delightful ass-clapping man to arrive.
We don't have not by name, but by sound.
You hear the clap of his ass cheeks and his carriage arrive.
Before we leave this place, I'm going to smash the mirror so that no one else can get into this spot.
You walk out of the mirror and you it feels like whatever you've done has helped get past the mirror into the actual reality again, because it seems to be like a kind of mirrorverse that you were sort of in, whether it was like a magical pocket dimension, you're not entirely certain, but you managed to escape perfectly fine throughout the mirror, and you look back to behind it, you feel like you're in the real world, and you smash it behind you. It shatters into 1,000 pieces onto the ground as black shards of darkness float down and dissipate into the stone and boards below the house.
Fuck that, ghosts!
It seems to be almost made of a liquid as it dissipates as well.
Maybe.
Very good.
Yeah. But you still have a very nice door frame, a mirror frame behind you. Worth some money.
I don't think we should pass the cursed mirror off to anyone else.
Are you sure?
Chance that it's coming back. I think this is a terrible idea, ODM.
Can I try and break the frame of the mirror?
You can.
Break it more.
It's made of silver. Break more shit.
Destruction.
Yeah. I'll try walking over and just start I'll try to tear it apart with my bare fucking hands. I don't really have anything to smash it with. No, the pummel of my wooden sword. I'll just start beating it.
Yep. Roll me a strength check, basically. Ooh. You can use probably your bare hands. It's not like
let's try the bare hands first. If that doesn't work, we'll start beating.
You have more. Smash it.
That's true, but that makes
this is not your smash, Mog. This is Damon's smash.
This is catharsis.
This is you let him smash what he wants to smash. Okay.
Yeah. What the heck, dude?
Heckin' wow, right?
Am I right?
Am I right, fellas?
Awesome. So, bam. Let's see how we go.
Oh, you smashed this one so good. You
I just rip it apart and start smashing it together.
Yeah, you rip it apart like a moist taco. Oh my god, just gone off.
I hate that statement. Could you say I don't know, tissue paper? It's tissue paper. Just tear it apart.
I mean,
I want to eat the taco. I'm hungry now.
Tacos are delicious. Fine. You hate my analogies for things. You destroyed the mirror.
I love your analogies for things. That's just an analogy for a different thing.
What do you mean it's a different thing? I don't even know what you're talking.
I don't know what you mean.
Okay,
so yeah. Okay,
I hate you. I hate you.
Look,
don't bring that.
Don't bring your if you get that reference. All
don't
right,
bring your smut to my game.
So I'm gonna rip it to shreds and slam it on the ground and look over at Mog and point at him because I did that.
Mm-hmm. There's a Taco Bell in there's a Taco Bell in Turstentown now. Turstentown, sorry. Got him.
Yeah, they are everywhere. It's incredible.
It's crazy.
Well, there's a Taco Bell in the red light district. What?
Crazy.
Does Gaston look okay? Does he look healthy and well on his cool carriage?
What? Oh, he hasn't arrived yet. He's
like a day out.
I have a better question.
Oh,
I remember us very convincingly regenerating ourselves from age, but I don't remember us regenerating Mafferman's age. Did we do that?
Yeah,
yes,
you did that. Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. Mafferman got some years back. He's still he's still like a 40-year-old man, but he's
how's he going, by the way?
He's the silver fox. He's like
he's too old for this.
He's pretty impressed actually that the goddess of the hunt arrived. I was like,
kudos.
Like it's been known that gods will arrive in certain instances of good stuff happening. Like doesn't happen a lot, but because they usually do their own things and they're doing like something else. That gods are always very busy trying to fight and outwit other gods.
It makes sense.
I'm going to make this into song, which is dung 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 dung. There we go. In tune, la la. Take a look, dun dun, in a book, dun dun. Summon the goddess of the heart, dun 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 dun. Woo!
Damon's dancing.
It's a short little story. I can't remember further.
I mean,
details.
I'm sure there's a small applause from Lillian and Bird, who wants to bury themselves in the ground.
Bed's definitely not.
Per usual.
Bed's definitely not clapping. He's definitely complaining. They are definitely complaining.
Definitely complaining.
So,
all right,
we're waiting for Gaston, right?
We got about a day.
So you go back to you go back to the blind lady inn.
Oh yeah,
love that place.
And you basically return to like that. I'll put it up for you guys. It's on the Market Square card.
Yes.
Oh, is the area like already looking a bit better from what we've done?
It will, from what you understand, it like
a smidge.
It feels better more than it looks better. The air seems more crisp. It doesn't smell as much like bog, which is like the Maya wood that's next to you. So you'll see in a day or so, like tomorrow will be more likely to really identify some of the potential benefits of this, but it's hard to say at this point. You'll find out. The Market Square card as well, everyone, if you want to have a gander at that.
Yeah, thanks for the reminder, because like just my phone was deciding to be horrible.
Good, honestly.
Like the app was sitting in the background, like I'm here, and my phone lock screen was like, no, no, you're not.
Pile of ash always in this beautiful inn.
Yeah. It's like a pile of dirt. It's like dirt and grime and stuff like that. It's not like a pile of ash. It's just
it's not one of Gaston's mates.
No.
Yeah, I thought perhaps like a vampire had died here while we were gone.
Yes, no. Got him. No, it's just dirt and debris. Yeah. All right.
Debris.
Hold up here for.
Yeah, you can hold up here for a bit. You can like relax, take a long rest.
Yes, a long rest would be lovely.
When you get out as well, you see that there's like it is quite late at night. And do me a perception check as you're kind of walking through the streets of the town. There ain't a lot here, but do it for me anyway, as a treat.
Thanks, man.
No way, bruh.
Oh no, Jared's back.
I really carried me.
I closed my character sheet for some reason.
A terrible idea, honestly.
I don't know what I.
Do not forget to chuck us, bruh.
Shaka.
Shaka kaka.
It just gave me a bit of Durban in the background for some reason. It's just like
Durban.
Bit of Durban. Durban accent in there.
Give me the Durban accent real quick for me, Steph.
I can't. I actually can't. Nope. Can't do it.
Does anyone know Durban accent?
Too Australian.
Get out. You're too Australian, mate.
Too Australian.
I definitely love the fact that you can like kind of turn it up as well. You're like, g'day, how's it going?
Too Australian.
How's it going?
My name's Jacko. Just add O's to things.
Easy going.
Get crazy, mate. Get crazy. G'day-o.
G'day-o. That's not a thing. That's not a thing.
Mato, G'day-o.
You just add O to the end of whatever.
Just mango.
Smoko. Come on, Smoko. Just leave me alone.
Yeah, we just had a Smoko, mate. You get back to work.
Oh, mate. That's Australian. Oh, you're sticky, mate.
There are actually specifically regional, like...
There are.
Accents, which I love so much. Because
we call that one the North Brisbane.
Is that the North Brisbane?
Mate. Oh, he fucking going there, fucking sailing, you fucking wife, gonna fucking treat his fucking FC.
Just real quick, Trent.
Content warning.
Content warning. There's we swear every so often here, but
content warning. Sorry, guys.
Just a little bit. Just totally family friendly. There might be a little bit of a swear every so often. We're not we're not saints here. We're talking about like people getting eaten and children being sacrificed. Yeah, that's
just mallet me, dude.
But I tell you, you take swears, and that's just too much. I can't handle that.
Poopy.
The dialects are legit though. I keep being mistaken as someone from like Adelaide or Melbourne, and I'm like, I have never been there my entire life.
Yeah.
You do sound a bit like a Melbourne.
It's because I've got a hybrid dialect. More on that later.
Yeah. So you guys, what'd you get? Oh, Damon Theomune. You did. Damon Theomune. You spot, kind of in the rubble and decay of some of the buildings, a flash of yellow eyes. It is quite late at night at this point. You guys are getting pretty tired.
There's fucking girls!
The flash of yellow eyes as they're like clawed onto a building, kind of wrap back around and kind of move with a sickly kind of grace to themselves. Like ghouls themselves are not like probably the most dexterous and like skilled of the undead, colloquially speaking. But you do spot them as they kind of are roaming through, obviously, the town looking for stragglers.
Well, I'll start immediately unsheathing my dad's sword, and I'll look over at Mog, and I was like, we have company.
Mog's already got his weapon glowing.
Mog knows too. He can sense them. It's divine sense.
Yep. There only seems to be like one or two, and they retreat away from you quite quickly. So are you going to go for a quick run, catch them?
Yeah, I think so. I don't want anything following us, and
let's beat them up.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm going to immediately, like having half like pulled out my weapon, I'm going to immediately start shouting at them towards their location.
So you have how much movement?
Well, if I dash, I'll have 60 feet as opposed to 30.
Yep.
Which I'm going to use my action there to dash. Like I am dashing at this point in time.
Yep. So we'll go with initiative actually, because it'll depend on who goes first.
Exactly.
Because it'll be very important to see how it goes.
Oh, I need to pick a token for it to assign to it.
Oh, true. Well,
got him.
I've learned the battle map. I'm still taking my 21 though.
we won't worry too much about the battle map because it's not going to be a very deep combat. This is
okay.
If you catch them, you catch them. If you don't catch them, well, oh well.
All right, no problems.
God damn.
Yeah, the stakes have never been higher.
The stakes have never been higher. I feel like everyone except Mog has been able to get the initiative on. So you will start on the top of the round. So Damon, you are going first. You move your 60 feet and get to them.
You said one of them was hanging off a wall, correct? Is there?
Yeah, like they're hanging on like the rubble and stuff like that. So they've jumped down on this street. So there's a bit of a difficulty in getting exactly to where they are. So you probably lose maybe a little bit of movement there, but you get to a point where they're quite close by and they have a kind of moment of whether they're going to fight you or run away.
So I'm not in like any sort of melee range? No. Well, that unfortunately means that's essentially the end of my turn. I'm going to essentially... I'll essentially just like kind of put myself in like a bracing pose after dashing up to them. Just in case they do turn on me.
Then it is Hubert's go.
Yes.
Well, actually, no. It might be Lillian's go. Lillian, did you roll +6 for your initiative?
I did.
Wow.
Isn't it disgusting?
I rolled a 5.
Looks like I learned how to D&D sheet for once.
How did you get +6 again? You have 6.
Look, I shoved everything into D&D Beyond, and that's what it popped out with, and I was very pleased with myself. So
I know you got like +5 to Dex.
Like there is some. Yeah, I actually do.
Yeah, you got +5 Dex, but
yeah,
+1's coming out. Who knows? Anyway, you get the drop.
It's probably a ranger thing.
It's from something else. It is in there. I have not added it manually.
It's probably a ranger thing.
Probably a ranger thing.
Probably.
Honestly, good that they have something. Good that they have something.
Bless the Rangers.
Bless them. Yeah, for anyone who does love Rangers, sorry, but I looked at the class, man. I don't know what to tell you. You're Gloomstalker or bust.
I think Tasha's Cauldron brings out the revised Ranger. So
very good. Revised Ranger. Very excited for that.
Shoulder games.
Shoulder games. And also for D&D in general, just having some cool content that we can have a quick end of. The new artwork. Oh my god.
Oh, the limited edition book looks so nice.
Chef's kiss.
So nice. All right.
Lillian, take us away. What I would like to do is prepare and then hold the action just to shooty McShoot whatever poor sod Damon decides to hit.
You don't think the Damon's going to be able to quite reach them in time, but you do have a shot on them. You want to move 30 feet towards where Damon was moving, so you get an actual vantage point.
I'll do that and try.
But they are still, a bit away, like 6 feet away.
I'll give one a whack if that's okay. Maybe then Damon can catch up with one if it's busy limping.
Good to whack.
Aim for the leg.
Right.
Leg whack.
Oh, leg whack.
Oh, leg whack.
Nope. No, that's not what I wanted. D&D Beyond. Nope. Nope. Roll 20. That's the one I'm for. When you click too early. Yes. This disgusting thing. It's 13. Do I hit? I didn't roll well.
You do.
Oh, cool.
Disgusting.
How embarrassing for them.
It's so embarrassing. The poor ghouls.
Well,
roll your damage. Don't hurt him.
Leave Brittany alone.
Yeah.
8.
8 damage. They take 8 damage, and they don't particularly like being hit with an arrow. Mean elven tiefling sod.
I'd imagine they wouldn't.
Yeah, got him. Then it will be Hubert's go.
Me! You've met your match, ghoulish fiend. I'm going to command one of them with my suggestion spell, which I'll cast for you.
Stop, drop, and roll.
No, I'm going to command him to lie down at my friend Damon's feet. Lie down, sweet creature, for you will be our treat.
Oh. Okay. Suggestion. Oh,
so wisdom saving throw for a little ghoul.
So you move 30 feet up and then you cast a spell on him?
Yes.
You don't quite have the movement to get to within 30 feet of them. Lillian had enough. They're not like 30 feet away. They're probably more like 40 feet away. Because of just some of the distancing of like where they are, because they're inside like an area. So you could walk through basically some of the buildings and stuff and get the spell off on them, but you would be in like difficult terrain and it'll be harder to move out of it.
I will go next to my friends and hold my action for when they get a little closer. If they get within range, I'm going to tell them what's up.
Yeah, you will. Okay, you'll prepare action to cast suggestion if they get within range for you. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sitting there just like
because Damon is 30 feet away, so like if they come and get Damon, you'll get him. But good note.
And I will also bonus action give the note of encouragement to Damon. Double Damon.
A little bit of a little cheeky there. It's nice. It's nice. That is.
Yep. So Bringle Brungle.
Jingle, jangle, jingle. And merrily
basically just super inspiration.
Nice. How does that interact? I'm quite new to your bard, so I have the normal bardic inspiration, right? But then what does the note do?
Let me link it.
Let me tell you, it's quite
a tale. There we go.
Thank you. And you put a note of which one? Oh no, you could just pick one when it happens. That's cool.
Yeah.
Okay, that's really cool.
All right, they reckon they can take him. It's fine. Like.
Prime?
Actually, they've probably got 12. One of them runs up and tries to attack the dear and beloved Trent.
Damon.
I went Piper Ingram, Matherman. So many names. The names.
Is this the Piper thing again?
I have like a jar of names in my head, and there's just like this is the jar of names. It's for the Ardent stream, and it's like, oh yes, this one has got all the names in it. I pull a name out, like, oh, is this the right one? No, it's not.
Absolutely,
no, it's not.
But they move up, and like one of them moves up and tries to attack you. The other one runs away.
Oh, well, then the one that came to attack us is about to get suggested otherwise.
Yeah, sure is. He runs up, gets within 30 feet, and then suggestion activates. You got to suggest him to do what again? Stop, drop, and roll?
Yes, lie down at my friend Damon's feet, and your meat he will beat.
Or a tree.
No! Being smart into that.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Don't you? Don't you?
What? What's
He
wrong?
gets a well, twice for some reason. That was weird. Okay. You got
That was weird.
You got a 13.
My DC is 13. God damn it.
Oh, he makes
beats. Got him.
First number.
But the first number.
Real number.
Please.
You know what? Tell you what, I'll roll again. How about that? He succeeds. Okay. That was fair and balanced.
Well, I'd hope so with that.
Well, for 13 works. 13. The nat 20.
Natural 20.
Big funny number.
Oh my god.
It's that goddamn D&D number again.
He attacks you and gets he gets you with his bite. Take
I have a lot of hit points. It'll be okay. He's being quiet. Oh!
Take 18 points of damage.
Good.
God. And also roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah,
Here we go.
This is this is the classic Daemon +6 Constitution saving throw.
Hell yeah, Daemon. Oh my.
Again, the classic, they call it.
They do say that, don't they?
Congratulations, you succeed.
Yes.
You are not
Nice.
paralyzed.
Awesome.
But as you what? Then it is top. Then it is Mog's go. Mog.
Well, has Mog caught up? He's like the last one. Just
You will be able to run all the way there and attack them because they're within 30 feet. They wear pipe. Oh, actually no, you'd be dashing as well, so you won't be able to actually attack at the end of it.
When I?
Nope. Can't attack at the end of a dash.
There.
I believe. You
Well, a dash
spend
just-
both your actions. Yeah.
A dash just uses up an action. It's not a bonus action. It just uses up an action. So if you have like dual wielding, you could technically make a bonus action.
Minotaurs actually get to do an attack at the end of their dash.
Yeah, they
That's
cool.
cool.
Just. I don't think it's even a dash. I think they could just move and do it, right? It's
Yeah,
like they move in a straight line 10 feet.
they have to dash to headbutt someone. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
That's
Well, they
at
also
least
have
10 feet of
15
movement.
feet.
Pretty cool. That Minotaurs, pretty cool actually as a base.
Yeah, really cool.
So you get there.
I want to run and dash, and if that gets me close enough, then I'll do that.
Close enough to melee combat, but not enough to like actually attack them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Melee combat then, and I guess that then.
Yep. The other ghoul is running away. It's currently 60 feet away down the road. You can still see it, but it's far away. Then is Daemon Theomune's go.
Daemon Theomune.
Daemon Theomune.
I'm going to. So he's like right next to me, right?
Yep.
So I'm not going to do anything like dashing, anything special like that. What I'm going to do though is
chop his head off.
Yeah, I'm just going to swing at him with the blade, one-handed. I'm
Put
going
the peonies in his eyes.
I actually move 80 feet when I dash because I have a 10 feet bonus on mobile. Aha, keep that in mind.
There you go.
But I will.
That's why I asked. I was like, "How much is your 30?" I was like, "That doesn't sound right." But okay,
that sounds inconsistent. But you're good, you idiot.
You're good. You do whatever. I don't know all the time in the world. You keep track of everything. Track of names.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my bonus action for Fighting Spirit. My intensity in battle could shield me and help me strike true. I'm going to gain 5 temp hit points.
Oh my god.
Which helps me out instantly. And then I'm going to give myself advantage on all weapon attack rolls till the end of the current turn.
Oh!
I know, Samurai. I'm going to strike with my weapon.
Yeah, they call you the Silver Fox.
That's what they call me. So it's... I actually do that again. Not that I think it matters. Oh, it matters! It does matter. All right, Ghoul, get a taste of your own medicine. So that's actually really ridiculous, by the way.
Yep. Yeah, it is. Yeah. I know what you're doing. I've seen it. I've seen the build. It hurts me, but it's okay.
So I'm just going to double that dice. It's just bang.
Oh, good great.
So I rolled 21 damage in the first strike.
This kills the man.
Just one slice clean through from the top end of his neck to the bottom end of his waist.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, slice it clean enough.
Tell you what, because that was such an impressive attack, I will allow you to do me an attack roll against the ghoul who's 60 feet away. And if you hit, it will become prone, and you'll be able to get it next time.
Awesome. So yeah, I'll
do your second attack roll on the ghoul that's further away. You just like lob the sword basically, and it will embed in them and get knock them prone.
Awesome. Because I don't have extra attack, I will burn action surge to do that, and then I'll try now.
Oh, you have 2 attacks, don't you?
No, I don't have not yet. I'm not high enough level.
Oh,
that's next level. But I will use action surge for that because I think that's worth.
Yeah, totally.
And I still have advantage. So let's go.
Do it.
Oh, 15.
15 does hit.
Yes. All right. So yeah, the sword slices into its back, knocking it to the ground.
Yep. And roll me some damage.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it's like a boomerang. Like, takes the legs right from under it.
Ooh, 14 damage.
That's a lot of damage. Okay, cool. It's not prone. You're like,
I'm like, aha! And then I look over to my team and I'm like, yeah, kill him.
Yeah, they
Lillian.
your team gives you a high five with their eyes. They're like,
high five with. Thank you. That's a great sentence.
Shaka bra. Then it is, I believe, Lillian's go. Lillian, take us away.
Do the thing. Just checking stuff that I never checked. It has been checked. All right, let's do this again. And try not to hit the go prematurely this time. I gave it a whack. Does the whack do the whack?
It does. You feel like your gaze sharpen and like you like line up your target and like.
Oh, it's so easy when they're on the ground. My back, so easy.
It's actually harder than on the ground.
I know.
It's actually disadvantage, isn't it?
I've shot ground arrows. They're not nice.
It's actually disadvantage, I believe, actually.
Is it?
I think about it. Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, disadvantage for the attack, actually. Now that I think about it. My mistake.
Yeah. Damn it.
Yeah.
You'll be fine, Lillian, +8. Yeah, see? It don't matter.
Cheeky magic.
It could have.
Could have, yeah.
Oh, it could have.
Oh, I could have, Mac, yeah. Yeah, you hit. You felt like you feel like a razor sharpness as you feel the horn on your belt. I assume it's where you've put your cool magic horn.
I would say so.
Yeah, like you can feel that kind of like a slight horn in the distance, like. Yeah. How much damage you do? I think you kill him probably. Yeah, he's dead. Yeah, this kills the man. And yeah, you basically wipe up like these 2 ghouls as they try to escape. But yeah, it's as they kind of die, they're like that last kind of moment before they die that I was like, and from the distance you can kind of hear deep in the forest a similar howl, like something guttural and primal and altogether human that has been warped through undead magic. And you kind of hear this and you're like, cool.
That's a big yike.
But I would imagine that you'll return to the blind lady inn. After all, it has been a very long day, and if you extend yourselves even more than you currently really have, it might start to get a little bit tough. But you return to the blind lady inn with your spoils of war, and I assume take a long rest.
Absolutely.
Hey, sleepy night.
Yeah. While that's happening, me and Damon check out the sword. Isn't that something you can do?
You can. Who would like to attune to the sword?
I would.
You'd like to attune to the sword?
Why not?
Go for sword, man.
Cool, go for it. So you guys will attune to your magic items over the long rest. So for the sword itself has a bonus action in the sword, which allows you to regain 1d8 points of healing. You can regain these points of healing even while downed. If you get downed and you're like kind of like bleeding out, you can use the sword to like heal yourself. It is only a once per day, but it is nonetheless pretty good. It also a +1 magic sword as well.
Awesome. Wow, that's 1d8 or 1d6?
1d8.
1d8?
It's 1d8.
Is it versatile? Like
yes.
Cool.
So it's a long sword stats, and then like it's +1 with this ability in it as well. So yeah,
it's like the slap shot. You can use it for just about everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a very good sword. Yeah. For those kind of like, most noble families have a single magic item that they tend to have as their like, heirloom or whatever you call it. So fun facts for most people, like they'll have something like this. It usually will have a true heir that is like, supposed to have it, but for everyone else, there's MasterCard.
How many charges does the sword have? Is it infinite or?
Once per day, you can use the healing.
Cool.
As a bonus action.
Yep, thank you.
Yep. On that.
Before we go to sleep as well, I want to use the last 5 points that I've got to heal Damon because he got bit. So I want to make sure that there's no disease that follows him with that bite.
Yep.
Yeah. Awesome.
That's so good. There's no disease that you can kind of see. But
ignore that.
Ignored. Cool. And yeah, like this is a druid rune sword.
Ooh, a druidic rune sword.
Mm-hmm. A fun fact with this particular item as well, you can use Shillelagh on it, which is cool.
What's Shillelagh?
Shillelagh is a really powerful druid and ranger spell, I believe. I'm not sure if it's a ranger spell, but it's a druid only cantrip, which just makes a wooden weapon really good. Is it like an extra plus D8 or something like that, I think?
That's really cool.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
So yeah, it gives you like your wisdom instead of your strength or dex. So
Shillelagh.
Yeah, this is a cool vibe. And yeah, so for you, Lillian, your cool magic item is the Horn of Helenus. So the Horn of Helenus has a few cool things it does. Number one, it allows you to ignore difficult terrain in forests, woodlands, swamps, and mountains. So
fuck that terrain.
Allows you to hunt really good.
Difficult terrain in woodlands.
Woodlands, swamps, and mountains. That's most of them. Not for oceans, because
yeah, it makes sense.
Difficult terrain, difficult terrain.
It gives you plus 10 movement as well in these areas. So keep in mind it's only these areas in like metropolitan areas. It won't give you an extra plus 10 movement. So it's a finicky object, but it's so silly. And the final thing it allows you to do. Wait, no, hold up.
To Jacob, noted.
Sorry, I'll actually just make it plus 10 movement wherever. It's actually too difficult to keep track of that. Just add plus 10 movement to your item because you're a fast hunter. And in like rocks and that kind of stuff, you're easy to hunt. It makes you a better hunter, effectively. It also allows you to use you can transform once per day into an animal of your choice. An animal specifically, not like a magical creature. A bird, a wolf, whatever. And then you can talk with these animals in that form.
How long does it last for?
It lasts as the spell, as the what is it? It's like I think it's a druid ability, basically. Yep, it's supplying the spell for beast. Then we'll go with that. If you are in the spell for too long, you can become it. But,
like animals.
Yeah, like animals. Yeah, but you can basically transform into an animal once a day. Yeah, and I think that was and that's when you kind of that's when you blow the horn as well. So you blow the horn and like you'll turn into the animal to then hunt or something like that.
Okay.
And yeah, that is basically what it does. Now, that is what the horn does. And it is also a symbol of holiness, and is a powerful magical item that it will be recognized by other deities as you being aligned with this goddess. So,
okay.
If that's something you want to pursue, we can talk about holiness at a different point, and you can kind of get some context for what the god's all about. But yeah, that's what it gives you. Enjoy.
Thank you.
Dong.
If you guys getting magical items.
Yeah, it's a good thing I don't believe in magic.
I like that that's a bit, but I feel like it's getting further and further to the truth.
Yes, it could be.
But the more he says it, the more Hubert actually somewhat believes it.
Yeah. So you have this whole day in this town before Gaston will arrive. He'll be arriving tomorrow. What would you like to do?
We explore a bit of it during the day to see if there's like any survivors or like any hints of the town being being able to recover.
You can spend your day doing that if you'd like. There are many options for you to spend your days.
Hunting for ghouls' nests when they're inactive.
You can hunt for ghouls' nests. If you are going to try and hunt for the ghouls' nest this session, we might wrap up and then we can take it on next session. But
that would actually be a great idea, because Damon is also on board with the killing the
ghouls. Yeah, you do have a trail that is from the fortification gate that leads back out into the forest. So there's a trail there that you were able to see, and you assume that they'll be back in the evening, potentially scavenging for possible passers-by.
They also endanger us, so Damon wants them dead.
Yeah. The howl that you heard definitely sounded like a larger ghoul as well.
It's alpha ghoul.
Alpha ghoul. Known as a ghast, actually. So, fun fact, alpha ghouls, ghasts.
I'm sure nowhere is near as cute as ghasts in Minecraft. So cute.
I mean, I'd hate to fight a ghast in this game because I imagine you just die. What do I do? It's you can try and block the fireball. No, probably not. But that's fine. We can wrap up there. If you guys would like, you can also do the slice of life conversation when you wake up in the morning. It's always nice. But are we good? All right. We'll leave it there. Thank you so much all for joining us today on the lovely Ardent Roleplay stream. And thank you again, Steph, Macaulay, Nick, and of course, Trent. Not Piper Ingram.
Not Piper Ingram.
Real name. No, not Piper Ingram. Trent.
We always knew that. We always
knew that. We love Trent. Delightful. Yeah, but thank you guys again. And I'll see you guys in 2 weeks. We might be actually doing a side quest in the next edition of the stream, because we will have one less person, but we'll see how we go. Good luck.
Side quest. Beach episode. Yes.
Yes.
I mean, you do have a what was it? The Lake Asta. You could go to Lake Asta and have a nice fun time.
Oh man,
I wouldn't call that a beach.
It's got a shore. What do you want from me?
It's like a rocky waterfront, all dead jellyfish everywhere. It's like
I don't think I would hope there don't be jellyfish in there. That would be really confusing.
It would be, wouldn't it?
Anyway, thank you so much, guys. I'll see you next time. Give the wave so the producer knows that.
On Sunday's player screens, D&D player screens arrived today, and going to do a quick unpack. What have we got? Look at that, nice. Partly what's really good is that they're kind of low, and with that is what I'm actually really looking forward to seeing, how they work together with Ardent Roleplay. And of course they're particularly good because they have a whole bunch of nice useful information on them for for players, not just DMs. If the GM puts down a card, you can still have a really good view of what's going on in the space. So you're still getting that 3D view, you've got the screen, it's not in the way, which is what I was really hoping for, but that height is just fantastic. So you've really got a good view of what's going on the table with Ardent Roleplay, using the augmented reality to see what's happening, and you've got this lovely screen to remind you what you're supposed to be doing and how it all works. So thanks, Sean, for these are fantastic. I'm really glad we backed your project, and looking forward to having a play with them.
Having something that you can kind of physically see and be like, this is what it is, this is what it looks like, is a very simple way to just keep story flowing.
It's another tool to communicate to the players what's happening.
Imaginations are endless.
Players who are new into the game, being able to describe, what a crypt or a diath or something is.
I believe we're in the presence of a trap.
With this, it's like, this pops right up on my screen, and I can see all this stuff, and I don't need to tell anyone about it.
That is amazing. That's so good.
Oh yeah, look at that. Dang.
To have that visualization right there. Pretty impressive, yeah.
Having the visuals, it kind of brings it into a cool world.